Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
The false Avatar Yun and his destructive campaign of revenge is at an end, brought down by the true Avatar Kyoshi. But the delay in locating and training her, as well as the disastrous actions of Earth Sage Jianzhu, have left the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable. Bandit groups known as Dao Fei vie for power and territory, and even the citizens behind the walls of Ba Sing Se are not safe. Remnants of the Fifth Nation, a southern water tribe pirate group, and the Yellownecks, a particularly brutal outlaw organisation, still linger in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to strike. With the Earth Kingdom in disarray and Kyoshi needing competent allies to help restore balance, who will answer the call?
G'day, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Keeko Moo, Waterbender from the Southern Water Tribe, and I'm just looking for a good time.
Hello, my name's Andrew. I'm playing Jedd, the disgraced Airbender.
Hello, my name is Archie. I play Ted, the Airbender. I'm traveling with my brother Jedd to assist Kyoshi in her fight.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I'm playing Lilly Hannah from the Earth Kingdom, and she is a small child who gets in trouble.
Hi, I'm Dragon. I'm playing the character Tilla, who is a Sandbender from the Earth Nation.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Avatar Legends campaign, The Legacy of Kyoshi, which starts right now. Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of The Legacy of Kyoshi may contain adult language or adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello! Welcome back, everybody, to The Lost Archives. We are playing Avatar Legends, The Legacy of Kyoshi, the premier Avatar Legends campaign that you can catch right here, twitch.tv/The Lost Archives, or on YouTube at The Lost Archives D&D. We are pretty much ready to rock and roll. We obviously had a bit of a cliffhanger last session. I don't want to keep us too long with extra fun announcements before we jump into the session, so I'm going to keep it really, really quick and brief. First one, thank you so much for everyone who's been watching the Subnautica playthrough. It's been so much fun. I am so pleased that you've been really enjoying it and watching along with me. I fucking love Subnautica, and there's been so many cool new mods that have come out since I last played through. So being able to chuck in a few extra mods and have fun with it, oh man, so satisfying. All the new information coming about Subnautica 2 is just getting my hype levels stratospheric. I am so excited for Subnautica 2. I've pretty much finished recording all the episodes. There's really only one episode left to record. So I'll have those all up over the next couple of weeks, next couple of days, even probably next week and a half. And then I will jump into Below Zero. There's a couple of really cool mods that I've added into Below Zero that'll be lots and lots of fun to play with as well. The other fun announcement to share. Brandon, what camera do you have, buddy?
I have a Sony EOS 750D.
Okay. Do you know what type of battery that takes?
Of course.
Because I mean, this is what you're looking for, right? A dummy battery. I'm just going to show you what it looks like, so you know what it looks like.
I've got one of these.
No. You want the one with the cable. You want the one with the cable at the end.
Cable.
So I just want you to know.
Ordered the dummy battery that he needs.
No, I didn't know which one he needed, so I ordered a dummy battery that I need because I also got myself a nice camera. So I'll be doing partly to upgrade our content in the new year, and also partly because I've been waiting to get a camera for a little bit. I was waiting for some Black Friday sales. So the Canon EOS R10 came down quite significantly, and then there was a Canon cashback for summer, so pulled the plug. But Brandon, I just want you to know, I ordered this on Amazon. It cost me $12 and arrived the next day. So what I'm going to get you to do, what I'm going to get you to do,
Yeah, it might arrive.
what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to message. You're going to message in the group chat exactly the model camera that you have. I'm going to get your address from Ali. You're not going to give it to me, so I'm going to get it from Ali. And by Friday, probably more Saturday now, I think I might have missed the cutoff for next day delivery, the dummy battery that you need with a USB-C input will have arrived at your front door. If I see that fucking message one more time, I'm going to lose it. I thought maybe this is more complicated than I thought. Maybe there's differences in the batteries. Maybe it's expensive. I don't know which one he has. Yeah. Maybe this is tricky. No, it's not. It took me 3 seconds to find the one I needed. I just typed in the name of my camera, dummy battery, first result, clicked on it, next day delivery from Amazon. Brandon, get your fucking shit together.
I even tried beforehand with Ali. She was like, hey, you've got like a good camera, right, on your
Yeah.
phone. Like, I got like the new Samsung. It's like, how about you just do like the camera thing? You just like, you use your phone. Let's do that. And it doesn't work for some reason. It's like, oh, you should do it like this, but then Sony doesn't support, not Sony, but Samsung doesn't support it for Windows, and then there's an app you can download, and that doesn't work. So
But you have
stuff it back to the battery.
you have a good camera plugged in right now. It's just not fucking plugged in.
Yeah, okay. Get the battery.
Send it to
Be
me
next
now.
week.
I'm looking. I want to see. No. You had your time. You've had your chance. Send me your
It's been
address.
3 fucking years.
Send me your address and send me the model of your camera. I will take care of it.
Right now.
All right, son. I'll take care of it, okay? That's all the fun announcements I have to share.
Alright, so-
Does anyone else have anything fun to share before we jump in? Nope.
No.
No,
I think so.
looking good. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but the other reason I got that camera, the D&D Lego set, which I'll be doing a build of. I know that I was saying you could choose between the ASMR video or the time lapse. You get both. I'm going to record both simultaneously. I did a quick trial to see how it sat. Turns out I can easily have the EOS ready to take the time lapse, and oh my god, it looks good. The time lapse function on it is amazing. And I'm just going to take this little webcam here, and I'm going to attach it to my boom arm here, and I'll just have it set up looking down. So I'll record both simultaneously. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. I was going to try and do it yesterday, but I wasn't able to set aside the time to do it. So I'm going to try and do it next week. I'll probably try and have it out for Christmas as a little extra special episode for Christmas, but that'll be lots of fun. So you get the nice ASMR Lego builds with the nice clicky clackies and a really cool fast time-lapse video of the whole build, which would be super fun. Awesome. That's all the fun announcements. Should we do our recap and jump in? Oh, sorry. We should do
Question.
the... Yeah, you go.
Can you upload them as separate videos so that
They'll
I'm
be separate
not
videos.
subjected
No,
to
they're
the
separate videos.
ASMR?
No, they're separate
No.
videos.
Same
Because
video.
I'm interested in the time lapse. I don't want you to have like little ASMR voiceovers throughout.
I'm going to do a special call out just
Why
for you,
not?
Bree. I want you to be really calm and quiet.
Can you put one up
Tell
on
yourself.
YouTube and be like, not the ASMR one,
And get it the other way
but
around.
it is?
Can you eat like a lot of yogurt when you're filming so you have a real like schmack to like you're talking?
I don't love the eating ASMR personally. It's not my jam. I don't mind
You're
clicky
not eating,
clackies.
it's not eating. You're just really like claggy.
You want me to
I
masticate on camera, Brandon, is what I'm hearing.
Just like you're like, Annie. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna torture them.
I'm just
Oh.
imagining like putting peanut butter in your mouth and like trying to talk around your mouth.
I'll just give some peanut butter to my dog. If you want those noises, she can do that for me. I don't need to provide that. Lumi's got that covered.
It's not the same.
We do have an apology for tonight. I almost completely brushed over the fact that Dragon is not with us. Unfortunately, Dragon's not with us tonight, so I'm going to have to play the character of Tilla.
What?
Yeah, she couldn't make it. What was the excuse she gave? I don't think I even read it. She just said she wasn't
She
coming.
didn't give an excuse.
Just like peace out, fam.
To be fair,
Yeah.
she did say last week that she wouldn't be able to make it this week, and I can't remember if she said why. I could just be
I
a
think
bad
it's a
friend.
work thing.
It did sound like I think it was a work thing too, wasn't
Work
it?
Christmas party.
Funny.
Oh man, I skipped mine.
No, she had that one recently. Just kidding.
So she
Yeah.
said that earlier.
Well, she's got
I
2
didn't-
work
Morale's at an
Christmas
all-time
parties,
low
or
at
3.
work.
That's
did not
right.
attend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got a
I
couple.
didn't get invited to my work Christmas party.
You were supposed to organize it.
Or I did. I don't know. it's a.
Oh yeah.
Is this
Mine-
a
When's the Avatar Christmas party?
Yeah.
We work for you.
Chris? No, you're interns. Legally.
When's that Christmas party?
Yeah, well, we're doing the Ember Island special as our Christmas special, and that will be happening. I can give you the date for that now. That will be happening on the 19th of December, so not next session, but the session after. And that'll be our special Christmas
Woohoo.
party. If you want to get dressed up a little bit Christmassy, you're more than welcome to. I might put a hat on. I don't think I own a hat. I might not put a hat on. I don't know if I can be bothered getting a hat. But now that I think about it, we'll do. I'll wear red. I'll wear something red. That'll be fun. But yeah, we'll do our Ember Islands Player Special as our Christmas party. Is that good enough?
Woohoo. I guess.
Too bad. It's what we're doing.
It'll do.
Let's do our recap and let's jump into the session so that we don't want to keep us too late tonight. Obviously, we don't want Dragon to miss out on too much, but holy shit, we got a lot to cover tonight. It has been 3 years since the false Avatar Yun has been struck down, and the world now knows the name of the true Avatar, Kyoshi. With the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable, Kyoshi and her partner Rangi have moved out to the Akoya Peninsula, sending out a message to each of the 4 nations. Come and help the Avatar build a better future. Answering the call are brothers Ted and Jedd of the Air Nation, Keeko of the Southern Water Tribe, Lilly from Ba Sing Se, and Tilla from the Siwong Oasis. After capturing some bandits plaguing the nearby settlement of Koru, the team are tracking missing cargo and suspected pirates in the ocean surrounding the Southern Water Tribe. Now teamed up with Avatar Kyoshi and 3 pirate hunters, Kiyu, Yara, and Koz, the team have arrived on a small island off the coast of the Southern Air Nation archipelago, having followed clues leading them to a secret meeting between the Fifth Nation and the Yellownecks. With time of the essence, the team split into 2 groups, while Keeko, Tilla, and Jedd infiltrated the campsite, pretending to be a forward scout group of bandits and pirates. Ted, Lilly, Kyoshi, and the pirate hunters stayed to the shadows. Initially able to talk their way into the campsite and making introductions to a grizzled pirate by the name of Crake, the group soon found themselves welcomed amongst the partying pirates. That is until Lilly crawled too close to the ledge and plummeted through the cloth roof, landing squarely in the middle of the gathering. While it was looking like the whole plan was about to fall apart, some quick thinking from Lilly diverted the pirates' attention toward the Yellownecks, convincing them that their leader King had been carelessly sharing the details of the meeting. She wasn't able to prevent a group of pirates heading out to search the island, though. With the search party now off across the island, Lilly used the opportunity to try to win over Crake, successfully convincing him of King's incompetence and making him rethink the alliance with the Yellownecks. Deciding to speak with Admiral Kong, Crake requested Lilly accompany him as evidence of King's inability to keep secret meetings secret. Just as the party were about to make their way to the shoreline, decided on outing King to the Fifth Nation, some of the search party returned, having found the team's boat. With pirates now searching the island for signs of intruders, the group hurried over to the beachhead, intent on getting ahead of the impending discovery of their friends. Stepping out onto the beach, the team was surprised to find King standing amongst the bonfires on the beach, heading inside the largest tent at the very end. With King now out of sight, Jedd strode over to the remaining Yellownecks, while Lilly planned to sneak aboard the Fire Nation ship in search of blasting jelly. Meanwhile, Ted had been staying to the shadows with Kyoshi and the pirate hunters, avoiding patrols and making his way up to the bluff above the beach. Looking down from the cliff face, Ted watched as Jedd made a bit of a mess of his introduction, freezing up when asked his name. Knowing only one way to help his brother, Ted blasted a stream of air from atop the bluff, attempting to extinguish the flames, but instead blasting his brother into the woman who was asking his name, alerting the entire camp to his presence. The beach was plunged into chaos as the benders amongst the pirates began to unleash shards of ice, stone, and blasts of fire up toward Ted. Leaping into the dark sky and flying low over the beach, using his special skills of maneuvering, the poorly aimed shrapnel rained down onto the pirates, Fifth Nation, and the rest of the party. With the beach now turned into a battle zone, Ted shot out and away over the ocean, heading back to the Southern Air Temple. The remaining party back on the beach tried to deal with the fallout, just managing to convince Crake they had nothing to do with it. Right as they had decided to head over to one of the ships for protection, Admiral Kong emerged from the tent using his glass bending to obliterate one of the pirates on watch and blaming him for the damage. Jedd attempted to chat up the Yellowneck lady he had saved previously, but the conversation quickly got away from him, Jedd accidentally pointing Lilly out to her and just standing back as she marched to the tent to talk to King. Realizing he might have fucked up, Jedd rushed over to the others, but when Crake started questioning what he was doing, Jedd just kind of stood there for a bit. Not sure what was happening with him. Keeko, Lilly, and Tilla stuck around for a few moments, but this proved to be a potentially fatal mistake. Striding from the tent, King marched out across the sand, and as soon as he caught sight of Lilly and Tilla, called out to the camp to seize them both. Meanwhile, Ted rushed back to the Southern Air Temple, hoping to convince the monks there to assist him in taking out the bandits back on the beach. After pinning yet more shit on his brother, Ted's mentor Sayan spoke to the monks, explaining the situation and allowing them to choose whether to help. With only 2 of the monks willing to fight, a brother and sister called Numal and Lishi, Ted sped off back to the island with his new allies. With the situation back at camp now falling rapidly apart, Keeko and Lilly tried their best to keep the Fifth Nation on side, leaning heavily on the connection they had formed with the pirate Crake and leaning into the lies they had already told him. With the situation between the Yellownecks and Fifth Nation resembling black powder ready to go off, Lilly leaned in and lit the match, goading King into throwing the first punch. Admiral Kong advanced forward, demanding King stand down if he wanted to keep his hand, glass beginning to swirl around him. King used this opportunity to call out Jedd as an airbender and Tilla as a sheriff of the Siwong Oasis, calling upon Jedd to remove his gloves and show his tattoos, and the pirates to search Tilla for her badge. With the whole situation starting to fall apart once more, a sudden green blur dropped from the sky, landing on the beach. As the blue glow flashed behind her eyes, Avatar Kyoshi called out for the bandits and pirates to stand down or face her wrath. And that is where we left off last session. As you all stand there, the pirates carrying away as Avatar Kyoshi begins to rise ever so slightly into the air, the sand underneath her feet forming a pillar that pushes her upwards, the water from the ocean beginning to drain into this hollow depression where she had landed, this crater that had formed when she smashed into the land, the water pooling around, little jets beginning to rise up as these tendrils of water rush around her, and you can see between her fingers flame beginning to flicker. The pirates in Fifth Nation pull back in alarm, looking over towards the site of the Avatar. Those Fifth Nation who remembered her, I don't want to say attack, but attack on their fleet once before, causing an ocean to rise from the sea, looking far more concerned. Except for Korn. You watch as soon as she begins to rise up, Korn steps forward, the shards of glass shooting out from his hands towards her rapidly. I am going to be throwing us all into a combat exchange, and I'm going to be bringing us across to a map.
No.
That's right.
Is this a first for this?
The Avatar shows up at the end.
It's
I think
not.
this is the
That's
only-
the campaign, guys. That's the campaign. Nice
I think
knowing
it's the
you.
second time we've ever used a map in this, because we had one in the sand at the start. and then this time.
It's not. The thing is, right, you use a map when you want to be able to keep track of locations. But for this particular TTRPG, it's really not as important. The way that the moves and the exchanges kind of work, positioning and your location isn't as much of an important thing as it is for D&D, right? You don't need to know how far away someone is for different ranges and things like that. Andrew?
There's one common denominator. Wherever King is, there's a map.
That's a good point, actually. That is an unintentional coincidence. It's not what I intended. I'm happy for that to be the case, though. Sorry, what? Do I want to know?
It's an acronym map.
I don't know this one, and I don't want to. Let's chuck on a little bit of a battle in the background. Not doing it. Let's chuck on a little bit of a let's chuck on some music in the background to battle to, and I think as well, if I've got the combat initialized, if you could all pick your approaches.
Shit.
Ted, don't worry too much. We're going to get to you in a second, my friend.
Yes, Daddy.
Doesn't have an
Question?
option to lock in my combat.
Get good.
How about now? There are two buttons marked initiate.
Yeah.
I need to press both so that it works. Let me bring us across to the map. There we go.
Man.
Oh, look at that. It all works as well. I was not expecting it to
Oh,
all
what's my
just
thing?
work. This is sick. This
It's only just occurred to me this entire time I haven't been able to hear the music in Roll20
Oh,
I didn't know that was
I even
because I
went to
hadn't put an audio output source in.
that'll do it.
I mute it because it's weird.
Oh, you can mute.
what?
You can mute everything, but like there is some music that plays in the background of Roll20. Just if you ever wanted a little bit of extra music, you totally can. I'll bring us down to the map like this. Actually, let me zoom out. Let me zoom out a little bit because this is a nice, big, expansive map. I want to get all the details. There we go. That's perfect.
What about me?
What about you? You're not there yet, mate. We'll get to you in a minute.
Yeah, I'm on the boat. I'm on the boat.
No, that's where I've put your
I see
token in the
him.
meantime. Okay, all right. If that's how we're gonna play things.
Ah!
So
He died.
he's dead. So has everyone locked in an approach first of all?
No, you told me not to.
Has
I
everyone
did, but
except
it's
for
probably
Archie?
timed
I
out.
like to approach.
I've re-locked it in.
Okay,
Let's turn on the music. They're good tunes.
Shit. I need to lock it in
thank
again.
you. Can everyone please lock in an approach?
Yes,
Do
Daddy.
you have to do it again, or
Just make sure
Yes,
you've got it
Mama.
locked in. So however you want to do it, lock it in now.
I'll
Give me
just
Daddy
do it
for I was
just
naughty.
in case?
It times out if it takes us too long to lock it in.
Yeah. All right.
You have to
I'm
do it
going
again.
to resolve now. We good? 3, 2, 1.
Hear the war drums.
Alrighty. We've only got one defender maneuver, and that's Craig. Here's what happens. As all of this goes off, as you watch Kyoshi slam into the beach, bending the sand around her in the water as fire begins to flicker between her fingers, you watch as Craig, in this moment of panic, looks down at you, Lilly, looks over at King, and then moves himself, keeping himself interspersed between you and King, but also now trying to get between you and Kyoshi, as well as the rest of your little crew. As he holds his hands out, you watch as he points back towards the pirates behind him. Get yourselves into position! No! As he screams back towards his pirates. He is essentially going to try and bolster them so that they are able to help. He's going to use his special ready. That is going to be Crake's turn. That is our only defender maneuver. Looks like pretty much everyone else is going for advance and attack.
What? No.
What a shocker.
I'm not.
Keeko and Lilly are going for the evade and serve. That's true. As the player, Jedd, you are the first to do your advance and attack out of the big groups.
Oh no.
What would you like to do?
You're giving me free will.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I guess I roll with passion.
Yes, please.
Oh, I mean focus. Yes.
I think for advance and attack, isn't it passion?
For me.
Yeah, but he has the thing.
Oh, you've got. That's right.
I have my cheat skills. It's fine.
Your cheat skills.
That's a 15.
15 is absolute success. You can pick 2 approaches, my
Wait.
friend.
What?
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
6 plus 6 plus 3.
Oh my god.
Brandon, you know how before I was making that joke about your camera and I held up this? This is the one that you need as well, just as an FYI. It's the same. It's exactly the same battery. It is the same dummy battery.
Before I do something that's probably going to get us all killed,
Yeah.
does it matter who I attack first?
So you guys can talk as a
Not
group.
Kyoshi.
Probably the yellow necks, right?
So
Yeah.
don't attack
Yellow
Admiral Glass.
No. I would
Okay.
be attacking the yellow necks first because at the moment the Fifth Nation are on our side.
Awesome. I can do that.
Also, Dad, can you fix my camera on the overlay?
No.
And probably Andrew's too.
What's wrong?
What's wrong with your camera?
Daddy,
Are you in the wrong position?
I'm really zoomed in.
It's your fault, mate.
And Andrew's a little bit zoomed in too.
I'll fix it now. That's fine.
I'm even sitting further back than normal.
Jedd,
Me and
what are you
Brandon
doing?
look great.
I'm going to use one of my 2 things because I get 2. I'm going to use Strike as my first. I'm just going to throw one of my little flechettes at King.
Okay.
That way it's not airbending just yet.
Okay, you're trying to keep the airbending a little bit hidden at the moment, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you know it as a strike? It sounds like?
Just a strike.
Perfect.
Here, I won't mark fatigue because I've learnt from my mistakes.
Is that true?
No.
Alrighty. So, as you rush forwards, reaching into your robe, you pull out one of your little flechettes and you
then
fling
I'll
it forwards at the yellow neck. Closest to you, or King, did you say?
King. I'm also
King.
going to use pressure as well, so I'm also just going to throw a bunch of flechettes at him. One to strike him and one to sort of keep him off his feet and like on his toes so he can't really do anything.
Okay.
So he can't advance and attack next turn.
Okay, brilliant. I will mark that off. Anything else on your turn, Jedd? And so you're allowing me to pick whether or not he takes a condition or if it's
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Cool.
Mm-mm.
Not a problem. Alrighty. Next up. Oh yeah.
Yep. Can I move?
So the way
Is
that
there
the
anywhere-
move kind of works is you can have like a little bit of movement at the beginning as this kind of kicks off, but once you're engaged with a foe,
okay.
you're going to have to then use the reposition.
All good.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, good. Never mind. Yep.
Alrighty. I now get to use a whole bunch of NPCs for this. Here's what happens. King, he sees Kyoshi drop from the sky. He sees her sort of standing above, rising up on this pillar of tent. He sees Kong fling the glass. He does not give a shit. He looks over at you, Lilly. Murder in his eyes as he sees you there. And he is going to attack you. Lilly, he is going to use his Earth Gauntlet. He is going to inflict 2 fatigue on you, and he is going to attempt to knock you back away from your comrades and fling you backwards across the beach. You may mark a fatigue if you would like to resist this.
Sure. I'll mark fatigue.
Alrighty. As he goes to strike out, you watch as he reaches down, slamming his hands into the stone. As the earth crackles up around his fist into a gauntlet, he then punches forwards. As it strikes into your chest, you feel the air is pushed out of your lungs, and as you go to sort of fly backwards, you grab onto, I'm going to say, probably even Craig. Grab onto Craig's arm as he steadies you. He's also trying to like ready everyone as well. You are able to resist being thrown backwards. That is King's go. Next up, we have the Yellownecks. The Yellownecks are not paying as much attention to King. Their focus is 100% on the Avatar, and you watch as the two groups of Yellownecks that are currently in position, there should be one more group over here, sorry. The two groups of Yellownecks that are in position immediately begin to rush towards Avatar Kyoshi. The ones that are closest to her rush across the bridge, slamming their feet down upon the pontoon as they rush out across this little jetty. Three of them pulling swords and spears from their packs strike forwards, and as they smash into her, you watch as two cuts. It's Kyoshi's area of water, this little bead of water that's surrounding her, isn't able to stop the blows fully as these two little cuts strike across her arms. As she turns her eyes towards them, you can see that she is gearing up for a rather large attack. The other group are going to use their bending. They stay close to King, not wanting to move too far away from Craig, but you watch as they slam their hands down into the earth, pulling up these rock walls that begin to push forwards and create little natural barriers as they do a strike. As they do a smash, sorry. Next up, we have Kong. Here's what happens. As Kong sends those blasts of glass towards Kyoshi, you see them like shooting across faster than the eye can track. And as they pierce through the water shell, Kyoshi tries to move and grab them. But as she does so, spinning her hands around to try and catch them with her bending, you watch as Kong closes his fist and the glass shatters into these thousands of tiny shards, like your flechette attack, Jedd, but thousands of these shards of glass traveling at an insane velocity. And as they strike into her, you watch as they pierce into her chest, into her clothing, slamming into her face as she tries to shield her eyes and her mouth against the sudden blast of glass. Even with the Avatar state currently powered up, the blue glow still fading in her eyes, you can see this hurt, and you watch as Kong then grabs his fist and pulls. And all of a sudden, you watch as Kyoshi is ripped towards him, over across the sand and right into a group of the waiting Fifth Nation. That is Kong's go. Next up, we have Keeko. Oh, sorry, I did skip the Fifth Nation. My bad. The Fifth Nation all rush forward, and they are all going to attack Avatar Kyoshi. You watch as all of them.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Every single one of them rushes forwards to attack. Actually, do you know what? Keeko, can you roll me a push your luck, please? I want to see how scared they are in this moment.
Let's have a go.
Yeah, let's have a go, man.
Let's have a crack. What do we got? That's a 7.
That's a 7. Okay. You watch as one of the groups that's right next to you, Keeko, hides behind you. The 3 Fifth Nation pirates, like seeing the Avatar, you watch as one of them just drops down into the fetal position and begins like rocking backwards and forwards going, not again, not again, not again. As they see her just drop from the fucking sky. The other group that's near the fire rushes forwards towards King, wanting to protect Craig, and seeing King kind of going a bit off the rails. The other group rushes up behind Kong to protect him. The 5 groups of Fifth Nation who surround Avatar Kyoshi unleash, and caught off balance, you watch as a number of blows strike true. Blasts of waterbending and ice, blasts of fire burning across her clothes. You hear her cry out in a sudden cry of alarm. She was not expecting this attack, and how quickly Kong has taken her off balance. That is Keeko's go. A surprise attack with glass. She was not expecting it.
That is it.
She was expecting glass, but not for the shards to suddenly shatter and then pull back towards him. She was not prepared.
Insane. Looking down at the Fifth Nation behind him, was like, oh, that's a good spot to be. Take care. Stay down. And I'm going to start sliding around the blow. All around King. Just going to start, like, just peppering him with little bits of, like, I don't know, just snow him. Just going to keep doing that. It's like, hey, right, you just cool down there, mate. And just
you gotta frozone him with some like chill, bruh. You just like start shooting 100%. Around, like just chucking a bit of like frosty little blasts at him. Not to attack him, just to chill him out. Okay, interesting.
just to chill him out and distract him. So when he's got that arm, surprise, if I engage with arm, blah, 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 I pretty much I draw their attention. If you're engaged with must remain engaged with you and cannot use any techniques against you. I can only use techniques against you until next exchange. There we go. So keep skipping around him.
Brilliant.
And I'll have to roll with.
Yeah, to see how many techniques you can do. We don't know yet whether you can do this. That is a miss. You have to.
That's a miss.
So what you just described, if you want to do what you just described, you still can. You're just going to need to. Yeah, you're just going to need to. Yeah, up to you. Do you want to?
Well, I can only roll 6, so I can't really do anything else. So
you can shift your balance if you want to do things. So if you miss, you can shift your balance to use one basic technique. That's absolutely fine. Come
okay,
on,
I'm gonna
shift that balance, baby.
Shift myself over to support.
Ooh,
Shift over there.
Okay, perfect. And what's the move you're doing again? Sorry, you're doing your slipping and sliding around. What specifically are you doing?
Yeah, slide around the blow.
That's right. Okay, cool. Oh, I should probably get Lilly. I should probably get Tilla's character sheet open because I will have to play Tilla in a second. Alrighty, as you slide around the bro. That's a special technique you do just for clothes. As you slide around the blow, you watch as King's attention is pulled away from Lilly and at you as a particularly rough blast of little ice shards go right into his eyes. You watch he goes, oh, fuck! As he just stares you down. You can see he is really, really angry. Perfect. He is definitely engaged with you, and he's only going to be using techniques against you in the next round, and he can't advance an attack thanks to the efforts of Jedd. So that's pretty nice. Alrighty, the one, the only, Lilly. What you gonna do?
Cry.
Okay, that's a free action. Crying's a free action. You could just curl up in the fetal position, like the Fifth Nation pirates behind Keeko right now. You could just cry. That's fine.
I remember
yourself empowered.
So I remembered from the last session when I did the observation for the assess situation.
Yeah.
As I'm sliding around, I'm just going to the like, you can still get to the ship. And that's what I'm going to say as I'm sliding past you.
Fair enough.
Give me empowered.
Okay, so I've rolled a 9 on creativity for evade and observe.
Very nice. Very nice.
So I can clear a fatigue, which is very nice. I would like to.
Oh, Lilly, you've got a lot of fatigue. Holy shit.
Yes. Don't look at it. Don't worry about it. I already had 2 going into this combat, and then I've taken 3.
Yeah, this
in the first round.
To be fair, you did fuck around with this guy quite a bit. I don't think you can be too surprised he's targeting you specifically. But no, yeah, that's a lot of fatigue. Oh boy.
Now, I would like to bolster or hinder.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
And
hinder.
what I would like to do. So I have those itching spores up my sleeves. Yeah. You remember how I had those gloves? That means that I don't get them on myself, and I can basically just like palm someone in the face. And I would like to do that to King and hinder him, and hopefully give him the impaired condition I assume would be the most accurate, slowed or off balance.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
I wouldn't really say it's stunned.
Stunned
it's
or
not
trapped or doomed. He's more like trying to do things while also in discomfort. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna in his face. Oh, I'll have to jump to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like jump up and high five his face.
It's called a slap. We call that a slap. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call that a slap.
And as I do that, I'll like pull a packet out into my palm, so as I like high five his face, it just like releases the spores into his eyes.
You got like a little leather pouch that they're wrapped up in, and you just undo the drawstring, hold the back of the pouch against your hand, and just go on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Really
I
nice.
think that's the only thing I can do. Yeah.
Perfect.
That'll do for now.
Lilly, as you rush forwards, ducking underneath, slapping up this packet of itching spores right into his face, you watch as King sort of tries to wipe them away, then gets another flash of ice in his face from Keeko, who's still ducking around, sliding around the blow. He gets another little blast of ice on his face. You watch as he just stands there, screams, gets really, just literally just goes, and just looks around in fury as both of you are just absolutely pissing him off. Fantastic. I love it. All righty. We are back up at the start of the round. Ted, we're going to jump over with you for a minute, buddy. As you begin rushing forwards. Yes, Jedd?
Did Craig do anything?
Craig at the very beginning of the round, he did a defend and maneuver.
He had the defend and maneuver.
And he emboldened the Fifth Nation pirates and gave them a battle plan. He used his ready position, basically. Ted.
Hello.
As you rush through the cold night air, moving down towards the beach, you know time is of the essence. The two airbenders behind you and beside you, Numel and Lishi, you don't have time to check if they're keeping up. You know that you've got to get back to your brother as soon as possible. And as you power through the cold night air, you begin to see flashes of light coming from the beach up ahead. What do you do?
I'm heading in.
As you rapidly increase your pace, the two airbenders behind you are kind of left a little bit in your wake as you zoom forwards. As you rush forwards, flying low over the boats, where would you like to position yourself? You are looking at the top half of the map, the boat or the pontoon / jetty are your sort of the places you're probably looking at being able to land on.
Can I go right behind the yellow necks?
Right behind the yellow necks? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll check you on the map.
There.
Those of you who thought I was going to bring Ted in right as this was all finished, I'm not going to do that. Not that guy.
He was thinking about it. I'm pretty sure he was.
Really thinking about. I was so close to doing it. Just as a big fuck you to Archie. Ted, as you land on the jetty behind, the Yellownecks sort of turn, look, and go, "It's him!" as they see you suddenly land there. Their focus momentarily distracted. As you gaze upon the scene, you can see Kyoshi is currently being wailed upon by these figures. Having been pulled off balance, the glow that had activated before is fading fast, and it looks like she is a little bit off balance. Something's happened, and she is not quite in control in this moment. Alrighty, everyone, I'm going to open up the combat stances. Make sure you click on
Can
your...
I do it this time?
What was that, sorry? Yeah.
Am I allowed to attack this time?
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Oh, thanks, Daddy.
You have to evade observe.
I don't want to. Locked in.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear.
Not locked in.
Alrighty. Is everyone locked in?
Yep.
Brilliant. Let me...
Andrew?
It just unlocked me. I don't know if that means anything.
Okay. Just lock it in again. If it's unlocked you, just lock it in again.
It's good. It's good.
Okay, perfect.
Ready.
Brilliant. Okay, we should be good to go. Alrighty, let me hit that button. Has that come through? It's taking its moment. There we go. Alrighty. The Yellownecks and Lilly Hannah are both defending and maneuvering. Lilly, I'm happy for you to go first.
Okay, cool. I'm fucking running it.
Slap the itching spores, take off at a run. I love it.
I would like to seize a position, and that is a 6. That is a miss.
Would you like to shift your balance? Ooh, it doesn't sound like she would, everybody.
Look, I will.
What's your balance at?
Don't worry about it now.
Have you gone over?
No.
Oh, +3. She's pretty fucking close.
Hey!
This is going well. Okay. Okay, so I would like to seize a position. I want to run for the ship and go find some blasting jelly.
All right. Perfect. What's your plan with the blasting jelly, just so that I know?
I would like to pocket some for a start. But I would ideally like to essentially create a massive explosion probably on the ship to kind of at least cause a distraction for the Fifth Nation pirates so that Kyoshi can get the upper hand more than anything.
Yeah.
Wait,
Alright.
are you running towards the ship?
Plan. Yeah, I'm running to the ship.
Can I get a team point? Since I told her that she can still get to the ship.
Yes, you can. You did that. Yep, you can have a team point.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
For sure.
Thank you very much. I wrote it in all caps on my sheet. Do not forget.
For sure. No, I'm very happy with that. I think that's absolutely fair enough. Alrighty, the Yellownecks are going to use their special defender maneuver technique called Protect Objective. In this case, their protection is on King. Seeing their leader in trouble, you watch as both groups of Yellownecks rush forwards and surround King, trying to protect him from attacks, disruptions, making sure that he's okay. They're going to mark 2 fatigue, both groups, but they become prepared.
Oh, no. They shouldn't have done that.
All of those who are surrounding King right now, you are pushed back from King and you are no longer engaged with King. You cannot reach him but you're now engaged with these guys. You cannot reach him until the group is scattered or they lose prepared. As the Yellownecks rush forwards and surround King. So Keeko, you are pushed away from King. I'm going to move you 5 feet away just because that's the easiest way to do it. Crake is the same. The Fifth Nation's the same. So none of you are engaged with King anymore.
I don't really want him there, but that's fine.
That's what you get.
So, I don't want him close to me. Get him away from me.
Craig's
There
there.
you go.
Happy?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I would just like to quickly ask if anyone is going to stop me from defending and maneuvering, because I probably should have mentioned that is a thing.
I know. As in, like any of the Yellownecks or any of
the foe I'm engaged with.
King can't.
E.g. King.
King can't. Keeko locked him into. Oh, actually, that was only that he couldn't take. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Let's have a read. Let's have a read. Specifically, what is your? Can only use techniques against you in the next exchange.
Okay, cool.
Is this a technique? What does it say exactly, Lily? Let's read this out. Let's get this right.
So Caesar's position is move to a new location, engage/disengage with a foe, overcome a negative status or danger, establish an advantageous position, or escape the scene. That's what I'm doing. Any foe engaged with you can mark 1 fatigue to block this technique.
So it's
not engaged with me.
It's not technically a technique for him to block you, but I am going to rule that because of the situation with Keeko and because he is impaired, I am going to rule that he is not going to block you.
Cool. Bless.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty.
Victory.
Keeko Moo, Jedd, Ted, everyone else basically apart from King is advanced and attacking. Yeah. Jedd, do you want to go first? That's fine. I'm happy. Between the players, you guys can figure out which order you want to go through when you've got the same techniques. So if you're happy to let Jedd go first, Ted, Keeko. Cool.
Yeah.
Because I've got a nice line, and if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Now there's something else I need to mention.
I got a 12.
Okay. Nice. And Keeko got a 7, so that's also good. Ted, if you could roll with passion.
I haven't rolled my.
That was support.
That was accidentally a roll.
Yeah, I roll with focus, instead of passion.
I roll with harmony. I think it is.
Ted's really happy with his roll. Archie's like, I can see him celebrating. It must be good. 10, absolute success. He's doing 2 things. The Airbenders unleash.
Yeah. So because I have a nice line of like 4 people in front of me, I would like to Thunderous Gust.
Nice. So this will catch both of the Yellownecks. Technically, also will. Well, they're gonna
It's technically just a straight line.
Oh, okay. So it'll be the Yellownecks and the Fifth Nation that are currently engaged with Kyoshi. How and like it doesn't say a distance, does it? But I'm gonna argue that a sudden blast of air will travel 60 feet. No dramas.
Okay. Mark 2 fatigue. Those must mark blah blah blah, or be flung back either into a wall and become stunned, or far from the fight, depending on the surroundings.
There's no walls apart from the tent, so they're going for it. They're going for a journey. So you mark 2 fatigue, absolutely mark that off.
And they mark 3.
Yep.
And then they can mark an additional 2 or be flung back.
Additional 2, so 5 fatigue total. All right, let's do the Yellownecks first.
And if the Yellowneck just gets flung back, he goes into the Fifth Nation. If they don't get flung back.
Okay, here's what happens. You watch. As you send out this blast, the Yellowneck closest to you, no preparation. He is taking this blow for his commander, for King. This is also, I should say, this group of Yellownecks also includes the woman that you were flirting with, Jedd. As you unleash this blast of airbending, you watch as she, like, eyes wide, sees you airbend, and then the air catches her and throws her and her companions back. They fly all the way back, slamming into the first group of Fifth Nation, who tumble to the ground, knocking themselves and scattering as the air blast continues forward. Kong nimbly steps back away from it, and you watch as the group of the 3 Fifth Nation pirates, or the 3 groups of Fifth Nation pirates, along with the Yellownecks, fly backwards and slam into the tent at the very back, stumbling and falling away as they move away from Kyoshi. The tent doesn't hurt them, it's a canvas, but it does knock them away and out of the fight for the time being, as they are thrown back bodily. Nice, mate, very nice.
So it's not enough to stun them, but it's just out of the fight for now. That's
out
all
of the fight for now.
And then I'm going to use Breath of Wind.
Hang on, just double check. Is your air blast, is that a mastered technique?
Yes.
Then yes, you may carry on. You may carry on, good sir.
So I'm going to use that on Kong. And Glass.
Which one, sorry? Breath of
Wind. Exhale a mighty blow through your lips, knock down a single target, and inflict stun on them, unless they choose to mark 4 fatigue.
Whoa. Jedd, as you leap up into the air, using this blast of air to give yourself that height advantage you need, you unleash this blast of frigid air that strikes into Kong. His focus is entirely on Avatar Kyoshi, and the sudden gust of wind that has knocked a number of his men and women prone and over towards the side near the tent. He turns at the last moment, trying to hold up this glass shield. The blast of air catches it and knocks him down, the glass smashing into his head, and you watch this for a moment. He kind of stands there blinking against the sudden crash of glass. He is stunned.
Okay.
So he still gets his turn this turn, but next turn he's going to be stunned.
Next turn,
and we'll use take whatever we can get. That symbol for stunned. I like it. Okay. Ted and Keeko, 2 of you are next. How would you like to? Who wants to go next? How do you want to do it? Like, what do you want to do?
Keeko, do you want to go?
You want to take this, Keeko?
Yes. So when that 7 I rolled, I'm like, I'll re-roll it. I'm like, oh wait, no, I could have just added a 2 to it to make it a 9. Yeah. But instead I just re-rolled my attack, and my attack was a 6. So it depends on what you want to accept.
Would you like to? I feel like you have now re-rolled it. I
have re-rolled it, so we take the 6.
Would you like to move your balance?
Yeah.
Okay. Done.
Or wait, what does your ability do? Is it like a +1?
Yeah, but someone else.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a me thing, it's a you thing, you know.
Those of you who are picking drinks, I can thoroughly recommend the Bolter Cerveza. It's a very, very nice beer.
I've been looking at those. I'm like,
so good. It's excellent.
We're not sponsored,
but Bolter, if you're listening.
A Game Pass.
Well, funny you mention that. I saw that someone posted in the Discord that Discord, the company, got a Games Pass sponsor, or like now have a partnered with Games Pass. I was like, oh, Dave's away in Vietnam. He's going to be so salty when he hears this that he didn't get a Games Pass sponsorship before. It's pretty funny.
No.
Alrighty, Keeko. Shift your balance.
So
pick a maneuver.
Yeah. Shift it over a little bit. Closer to support. I'm just going to run some strikes on King.
Oh yeah.
Just behind him. It's like he's focused over and
so
like Lilly.
Just so you know, King is currently being protected by that group of Yellownecks. You have to attack them first. While they are there and while they are prepared, they are getting in the way. They are essentially, think of it as a group of like 3 Yellownecks surrounding him and being like, sir, no. They try to protect him.
No, be careful.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
I punched my camera, sorry. Not my camera, I punched my microphone. Sorry about that. I know that would not have sounded pleasant.
Worth it. Well, I'll run a strike at those guys.
If you want to, I don't know if we're allowed to do this, but if
you can
talk
to your own thing.
You want me to go first?
You can go first if there's something you can do.
My plan is to remove those 2 out of the way.
I'll look at you as I'm about to just Kamehameha ice ball at him. I'll give you a nod, like action movie nod, just like
Yeah, you guys are a team. You've worked together for a bit. You can call out and be like, Keeko, 1 second, as then you just unleash a blast. Like, yeah, so absolutely you can talk in between. 100%.
I'm gonna move up so I can do Thunder and Gust. On
So just double checking. So you were currently engaged with the Fifth Nation pirates up the top.
Oh, boo! Not really.
You were. so my question is, how are you getting there? What's the plan?
Oh, I don't know if you know this.
Yeah. You've got maneuvering.
Maneuvering.
What's your plan?
Just leave it at that.
What's your plan? How are you gonna get past him?
Just
Swagger.
go. I'll just take a risk.
Nope. What's your actual plan?
I'll tell them I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. As you call out to the Fifth Nation, I'll be right back.
How far does Thunder and Gust shoot?
We're gonna say, because it doesn't have like a set distance, but I'm going to argue that like it's kind of like this sudden blast of wind that drops off in intensity from about 60 feet onwards. So if we use our little ruler here.
Yeah, can you do that? I don't know how to do that.
So 60 feet.
That's sweet.
Yeah, you're good to go. Each one of these squares is 5 feet, so you're good to go.
Or the other way and get them again.
We can get rid of
Smash them again. You could, while they're all like they're all like lying on the ground, this group near the tents, and just go, look, you know what they say, nothing says peace and harmony like attacking a group of people already on the ground. Let's fucking go.
Beat them while they beat them while
and
they're down.
And then I can go back to the air temple and talk about how I watched my brother Jedd attack defenseless people like who'd given up and were lying on the ground. When the bodies are found, I'd be like, oh my god, I tried to stop him, but Jedd was attacking these people who'd already given up. I begged him, stop, they're dead, Jedd, and he just wouldn't listen. Just kept thundering blast them. It was brutal.
Yeah, okay. I think I'll go for these ones.
Alrighty. Just keep in mind. Okay, yes. So from where you are, ideally the angle you want to go for doesn't include Keeko. So if you kind of go from this direction here, because you can't really move too far away from these Fifth Nation pirates. If you go from this direction here.
Well, I'm thinking like here. If I just go right there where my purple one is.
Yeah, I agree. That's exactly what I was thinking. So you're basically aiming for King the Yellownex, and you're going to hit some Fifth Nation as a little bonus on this as well.
And you put out the fire.
Yeah, the fire would probably go out. Yeah, the fire would probably go out.
Can I roll for the fire?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to roll skills and training? Let's see how skillful and well trained your
temporary firebender.
Watch him get like 2 1s, and I'm going to be like, this 10. Is the shittest. 10. You don't put the fire out, Ted. The fire is turned into a raging inferno as you throw the Fifth Nation, the Yellownex, and King into the flames. Now, King is going to be protected from this by his bodyguards, but they are going to take this hit. So, 3 fatigue.
Sorry, let me quickly mark my 2 fatigue.
Yes, thank you. So they all mark. So the Yellownex and the Fifth Nation both mark 3 fatigue, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then to avoid being thrown back, they then have to mark 2 fatigue, correct?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let me just have a quick check, see if prepared will help them. That only helps them avoid marking a condition. That's not gonna help them.
Oh.
You watch.
Oh, that's
Now, the Yellownex are taking this. There's no way they're letting... No. They're not going to let you fuck with their leader. You watch as the Fifth Nation are thrown back, slamming into the fire as this sudden burst of wind shoots out from your hands, striking across the group of Fifth Nation. Oh, yes. It's just those ones there. As they're thrown backwards towards the fire, and they slam into the tent poles of the tent that's a little bit further down the shore, you watch as they are thrown down and are very much... out of action just for the time being, as they are knocked away. Woo! Anything else on your turn, Ted?
What about the King and Yellownex? They don't move at all.
So King doesn't take this. The Yellownex take the hit for him. They're using their special ability, and the Yellownex have taken the 5 fatigue. Because they can't take 5 fatigue, they've also been forced to mark a condition, but they're going to use their prepared to avoid marking the condition.
Okay.
So good.
I'll allow it. That's my first move.
Yeah.
My second attack.
Do it again.
You also have Breath of Wind.
I do. Yes.
What would you like to do?
I think I would like to. Where
He's
are
really
they?
thinking about it, gang. I can see his eyes moving.
I'm reading. It's hard. I would like.
Is it though?
He doesn't do it every day. Give him a sec.
ChatGPT, read this.
Can I use pressure?
Yeah.
Can I use the thundering gusts that I did as my way to impress or intimidate a foe?
Your thundering gust. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Can that be my thing that impressed or intimidated them?
Yeah.
For the do I choose the foe?
You choose the foe. Yeah, you choose the foe, and you choose whether they are. You basically say that they can't use.
King. Yeah. King can't advance or attack next round.
Can't advance. Okay, I'll mark that off again. So that's two in a row that he can't advance and attack now. So he couldn't do it this round. He's not going to be able to do it next round either. Very nice.
Thank you,
Keeko. You've been ready with the Kamehameha. Kamehameha. What's happening?
Kamehameha.
Yeah.
That's all like sort of like spin sliding around, just throwing bits of like snow at him. It's like, here's a real one, Buttercup. And I'm just gonna pop the yellow necks right in the face as I'm sliding past. Big old snowball that's actually just packed in ice with snow around the outside.
Holy shit. Which one do you want to attack? Ping him on the map for me, and I'll.
I think it's
the one's nearest King.
How to ping?
Just hold down the left mouse button.
There. There we go.
Alrighty. So,
right in the face.
And this is a strike. Do you want to mark a fatigue to specifically force them to do fatigue or conditions, or are you happy just to let me choose?
I'll mark fatigue. I'll give it.
Okay. And what would you like me to mark for the for the yellow necks?
Mark them some fatigue. Get them tired.
Okay.
Wear them out.
5 fatigue.
2 fatigue I have to mark, correct?
Yeah.
That's 5 total. That's a lot.
Yep. It is. Cool. You watch as one of the Yellownecks takes this blast of ice to the face and drops like a ragdoll, leaving only 2 of them left. The 2 of them standing there. As this blast of ice slams in, you watch as the head snaps back, the eyes kind of like cross for a moment, and the figure just slumps down to the side.
Wait, it's King. Where's the other one?
The other one's over at the tent. You blasted them back, remember? To be fair, they probably wouldn't have gone the whole way. They only would have been blasted back sort of like roughly off their feet near the fire. The rest of them were shot back all the way because the sudden initial blast of air would only move them probably about like 30, I'm going to say 20, 30 feet. So there's one Yellowneck near the fire. The others have all been knocked back the additional distance. Alrighty, that is Keeko's go. Avatar Kyoshi and Crake. You watch as Avatar Kyoshi, with all of the enemies now no longer surrounding her and on top of her, really nicely done. Lilly.
Shit.
Technically Bree, I guess I'm asking this question of rather than Lilly.
Okay.
There's two different things I can choose here. And Avatar Kyoshi's really she's on the fence about whether or not she wants to unleash Breath of Fire or Earthquake. Bree, where do you reckon? Where do you reckon she's at? What do you reckon she's feeling? Avatar Kyoshi.
I reckon Breath of Fire, because if anything, like she's feeling quite angry.
Oh yeah.
Right now.
Cool. I agree.
And passionate, and to me, that's very fiery.
I agree. I was leaning more towards Breath of Fire as well.
Just that way.
That and I like fire, and I like blowing things up. So.
Just straight that way, right?
You
right
watch
over Keeko.
As Kyoshi stands up, covered in cuts. You can see part of her clothing's been torn, and you watch as she looks around, pulls her hands together into this, almost like this trail of fire around her fingers, and then as she brings it up to her mouth, she then pulls her hands back and unleashes this gout of flame that surrounds her. The Fifth Nation, Kong, the Yellownecks, and the Fifth Nation, Ted's just out of reach of this, all of them burst into flame as she does, essentially, you know how Iroh does that with the T? He does the sudden blast of flame around him? She does that, essentially, in a sudden arc. She tries to set them on fire. They have to either retreat or disengage, becoming impaired, or suffer 2 fatigue and become doomed as they catch fire.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, this is the Avatar. she's badass. The Yellownecks are going to drop back and they're going to suffer impaired 100%. There's no way they're taking part in this right now. Let's give them this for impaired. The Fifth Nation, exactly the same. They're going to drop back next to Ted as they scurry away towards the water, trying not to be caught on fire. The Fifth Nation, who are closer to her, do exactly the same thing. You watch as Kong, however, stands there, flings up the glass in front of him, and as the flames burn against it... Oh no, he's stunned next turn, isn't he?
Yeah, next turn.
Okay, next turn. As the flames burn against it, you watch as the glass suddenly bursts free of his clothing, creating this shield, and as the flames burn against, the heat is dissipated, knocking back against the glass as he takes a lot less damage than he should have. You watch as the fire just burns across this glassy shield that he forms from his arm and shoulder, filled with these sudden broken sections of glass. And you watch as he looks towards the avatar and smiles. Nice try, Kyoshi, but you will not break me that easily.
He's a glass blower.
But I will. Whoop, whoop.
Crake. Crake is also advancing and attacking. Crake had a different target in mind, but Jedd has fucked this up. As Jedd unleashes this blast of airbending that goes down the line, knocking aside Crake's Fifth Nation soldiers, Keeko, you're sort of zooming around, generally being in the way of King.
I just need one hit. Come on. Do it.
You watch as Crake turns towards you, Jedd, having seen you airbend. Looks over towards Ted, your brother, who's in the full Air Nation garb, standing there on the shoreline. You watch as he looks, goes, "Oh, no. No! I trusted you. You've broken my trust. You'll be the first to die." With that, Crake turns towards you, and he's going to attack you.
Game's up.
Well...
Oh wow!
Can I say though? I think Jedd, what you did, getting Kyoshi out from underneath the weight of those blows, was absolutely worth it. 100%.
That was way more important than anything that was going to happen.
Yeah. He is going to use his special.
Are you sure?
Yes, he is. He's going to use Wave Crash. Oh yeah, yeah. You watch.
Think about this for a second.
You watch as Crake throws his hands back, gathers the water from the shoreline, pulls it up into a massive wave, and slams it down on top of you, Jedd. I need you to either mark... No, you're not going to shift your balance. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's not what this attack does. What I need you to do is you either can mark... bear with me, sorry. So you can either mark... where are we? Sorry. You can either mark impaired and take... So you mark the status condition impaired and take 2 fatigue, or you can be stunned. Your choice.
What was impaired do?
So impaired slows you and pushes you off balance. Mark 1 fatigue or take a -2 to all physical actions.
Is that just for the next turn?
For the next turn.
Yep. I'll take that, and I'll take 2 fatigue.
Don't worry, Twitch chat. We'll get to Tilla. I have realized that as I am not the person in control of the character sheet, I can't actually lock in approaches for Tilla, so I'm doing them manually. Tilla's doing an evade and observe this time. But for the first round, she was going to do a defending maneuver.
That's not what I want. But
Jedd, what are you doing, buddy?
Guys.
What's happening? Are you stunned?
No, I took 2 fatigue and I'm impaired.
Okay. Legendary. As Crake slams down into you, the massive wave that he rises up and pushes down on top of you. We've got another advance and attack, and that's Admiral Korg. Oh, fucking hell, Brandon. It's the goddamn EOS. Can you?
He's not attacking me, right?
Korg's not attacking you.
We're good.
You watch. Brandon, buddy. Just one of these. Just one of these, my friend.
Soon.
Just one of these. For some reason, I don't think your camera is exactly the same as mine. I had a little quick peek just initially. I think it is slightly different, the actual battery type, but I'm sure I'll be able to find one of these pretty easily. You watch.
Pretty old. Can't find. They don't make them anymore.
I think we could find a battery there. You watch as Admiral Korg looks over towards Kyoshi, who's suddenly standing once again, having let out this blast of fire as the glass that he pulls forward creates this fire shield. You watch as he looks around the beach, seeing the Fifth Nation soldiers scattered and pushed about, looking over towards the Airbenders who have suddenly arrived, and the two more who are coming from the sky, dropping down behind Ted. You watch as he turns around back towards Kyoshi and smiles. Did you think I wasn't expecting you, Avatar? You have a habit of turning up where you're least wanted. We were warned you would be coming. Told that you would be sent here.
Oh, right.
I was prepared. And you watch as Kong slams his hands together, pulling down and then up. As from underneath the sand, shards of glass begin to shoot up all around Kyoshi, forming this swirling vortex of razor-sharp cutting edges. As the glass spins around, Ted, you might just be in range of this too, my friend.
Ted?
Oh,
Ted!
I don't think I like the map anymore. I think the map's bad.
You don't like the map? Not good, is it?
No, your map's good.
It's stopping me from being in range, so I like it.
I had a lot of fun
it's
making
good.
this map. For the podcast listeners, let me describe the scene for you a little bit, just as we pause for a moment to give Archie time to arrive again. I really like this map. This is from 2 Minute Tabletop, and I bought a whole bunch of their maps and licenses to use them on the stream because they're really sick. I really love them. It's got this almost like black volcanic sand reaching down towards the beach line. You can see the coast is this beautiful azure water, and I've gone through and added a whole bunch of tents. I've added some ships and a couple of bonfires and things like that on the beach, just as a bit of extra detail. And it's a really beautiful map. I really love it. All right, we'll come back to Ted when he rejoins us. You watch as Kyoshi stumbles back again, the glass slamming into her, trapping her in this vortex of spinning blades. Jedd?
Does it also hit other Fifth Nation?
No. Kong is being very careful with the positioning of this.
Damn.
Because otherwise he'd be too close. He's not positioned it right on top of Kyoshi. He's positioned it in between Kyoshi and Ted.
Cool.
As the glass begins to spin around faster and faster, you watch as Kyoshi holds up her hands, trying to shield her face once again from the spinning glass. As Kong turns around to face the lot of you, the glass still spinning rapidly. You lot, I wasn't expecting you, but you'll die the same as the Avatar. Alrighty, that is Kong's go. He can't do his second thing because you have impaired him. Really fucking annoying. Alrighty. It is just King and Tilla. Tilla is going to attempt to defend and maneuver. Tilla can mark off a fatigue. I don't think Tilla has any. Tilla does have fatigue.
Yeah, you mean evade and observe?
Evade and observe, sorry. I will mark off fatigue for Tilla. Enable GM override mode. Let's go. Now I've got control of her sheet. Turns out I have this button that lets me override and take control of your sheets. I will do so for Tilla. I will mark off fatigue for Tilla, and I will roll with creativity and harmony are the same for her. Same. I'll just roll with creativity. Let's see what we get. 6, that is a miss. Tilla, you were just Tilla. Hang on, what's her balance? Well, she would use her balance.
Making sandcastles.
Just making sandcastles. Yeah, I think Tilla. I think Tilla would move her. I think she'd move her. Yeah, I think she would. I think she would move her balance to do this. She's going to move her balance toward trust. As she shifts her balance, she is going to do one of the basic maneuvers. She is going to use bolster. She's actually going to bolster you, Lilly. You are her ward that she's looking out for. Tilla is going to call out to you as you rush across the docks, and you watch as she throws a section of sand up to form a little wall behind you to prevent anyone coming after you or going after you with attacks as you rush towards the ship. Lilly, get the blasting jelly and throw it at Kong. Fuck that guy, as you rush off. I don't think Tilla would swear. Maybe I shouldn't have sworn. I don't think she would.
She's off.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I don't think she would just yell out the plan like that.
Okay, in that case, then she's going to yell out to you. I know what you're thinking of doing. Do it. Quickly. I'll keep you safe from attacks from behind. That is what she yells out.
Latin.
Piglet.
Yeah.
Ex-nay, the jelly nay.
Lasting bay. As she calls out. Last up, we have King, who is also going to do one of his evade and observes. King is going to... He's got a couple of special ones. I'm trying to see which one he thinks he's going to use right now.
What status do I get, Dad?
Oh, yes. Sorry. She is going to bolster you with Inspired. Would you like to shift your balance away from where you are currently? You may do so if you like. Would you like to shift your balance back towards... Yeah?
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea.
Tilla's paying attention.
Thanks, Tilla.
You're very welcome. You're welcome, Bree. That's exactly what dragon sounds like. Evade observe. I think King's going to use his special one, test defenses. Okay. You watch as King now settles in, ready for a fight, having been hit with the fucking itching powder. He can't do 2 moves. He's limited to 1 because he's impaired with this fucking itching powder and he hates it. He's going to take a moment and take on a more defensive stance. You watch as King, protected by his allies around him, the Yellowneck soldiers, he turns towards you, Keeko, and then back towards Tilla and Jedd. And he's going to try and suss out, essentially, what your defenses look like. He is going to become prepared, favored, and inspired. All 3.
Jeez. He
learns the balance principle of his target. Yeah, I know this. Don't worry. Trust me. This has a balance to it. Don't worry. So he gets prepared, favored, and inspired. I know what I'm talking about. Prepared, favored, and inspired. He learns the balance of Keeko. It has to be Keeko because he's locked into you, Keeko. Keeko, what's your balance? What's your balance principle?
That was going to be so bad.
Mine is shifted towards support at the moment.
Cool. Keeko, you may immediately use strike against him as he tries to take this moment to kind of like figure out what's happening with you as he uses his special version of this.
God, that's mad.
Would you like to?
Do I have to roll to hit or do I just hit?
It's immediately a strike against him. You may take a fatigue if you want to tell me what specific action he gets, either fatigue or conditions, or you can just let me choose out of those.
Yeah, I'll take a fatigue. He can take 2 fatigue.
2 fatigue? Okay. He doesn't take 2 fatigue. The group of Yellownecks that are surrounding him take this instead because they're still doing the protection. That's why he's so comfortable quickly testing these defenses. But Keeko, as you unleash the 2 fatigue, you watch. So what does your strike look like? Talk me through your strike. Essentially, how do you want to do this? How do you want to take out this group of Yellownecks?
He's doing a thing. I see that he's doing a thing. These 2 do. They're like,
he sees you kind of moving around, Keeko, and you watch as he quickly like pulls out a few stones, hovers them in place, and then flings them left and right to kind of see how you react, getting a bit of a moment. And in that moment of distraction, you duck and rush forwards, and then the Yellownecks stand up right in front of you, ready to protect their master.
I like as like I rush up and they're just right there in front of me. This is like a comical thing where it's like both hands have like a bowl of ice, and I just go, bam! It's just like clap their heads together with like 2 balls of ice in my hands.
So you smashed I thought you were doing like a Naruto style where he's got like the wind ball, a Rasengan, and he like pushes it into people. I was like, I see what he's doing here. No. As you grab the 2 balls of ice and just slam their heads in the middle of it. Yeah, for sure. You watch as the Yellownecks drop unconscious. And I guess the question is, Keeko, are you going for a killing blow here? Are you trying to shatter their skulls under the ice, or are you just knocking them down?
I'm knocking them down. Like, I'm not killing anybody right here.
I have to ask. You said that like it's a bad thing. Awesome.
Nah,
brilliant.
I've killed a lot of people already. Yeah.
You killed a lot of people already. I'm satisfied. Amazing. Okay. I've just noticed, Bree, that you've put little bombs on little bomb emojis on Lily's name tag. That is excellent. That is absolutely fantastic. I'm a big fan of that. And it looks like on your Keeko's done like some weird squirts, which is quite funny.
One's a tap filling up a cup, so I'm like, oh, tap fills up cup, Keeko, then water.
Yeah, I see it. I see what you're going for. Alrighty, everybody, we are back at the end of the round. So what I'll get you to do, let's reinitiate that combat. If everyone could please click on their approaches.
I have to think.
You
This
have
is
to
bad.
think.
I have a question, Daddy.
Yes, son?
Thanks for replying. Did anything happen to me with that Fifth Nation?
Not with the Fifth Nation,
yeah.
but you
Kong.
did take a bit of glass from from Kong. We do need to talk about that. Can I get you to please? You're right on the edge of it, so it's not going to be the full blast. But can I please get you to mark the impaired condition, please? The impaired status, please.
Sure, Daddy. Thank you.
And you take 1 fatigue from this as well, just as an FYI.
Can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh no, sorry, not a fatigue. Sorry, not a fatigue. You take the afraid condition.
Whatever. Cool.
Cool. I was worried that was
Can't believe I'm doing this.
worried that was a problem, but no, he's happy with it, guys. He likes it.
No, it's not a problem. Thanks, Dad.
No dramas.
So King can't advance an attack.
Yep.
Kong can't do anything.
Kong is stunned for this round. That is correct.
Okay, so this is like a free round. We've got some time.
Hardly
Yeah,
a
free round.
free round, but yeah, sure.
It's a free round.
All right,
It's a
is
free
everyone locked in?
round.
Is everyone locked in?
Oh no! Sorry, I didn't know we were doing it yet.
In chief.
Locked in, Daddy.
I'm gonna have to do it again. Sorry, guys. Blame Archie.
No, I'm in. You didn't say ready. 3, 2, 1. You didn't do it.
You weren't here to hear it. No, joking.
That's not my problem.
I mean, I locked it in.
Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm locked in now.
Yes, please.
Done.
Okay, perfect.
Wait now.
It's looking good. It's looking good. Alrighty. Ted and Lilly are up first. Ted.
Yep.
Lilly.
Lilly can go first.
Okay.
I rolled an 8 with focus,
Yeah,
defend and maneuver. Now, I think I want to use ready
Okay.
to go in the ship and collect the blasting jelly. I think that's the most
For sure.
appropriate action.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
I am going to get
so
you to
I
roll and
mark-
assess a situation too, though, for me.
Okay, that's fine because I also have casing the joint, which gives me what's the most valuable or interesting thing to me, which is obviously going to be the blasting jelly. So
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to roll this as a situation.
I thought you might.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. As you rush into the
I'm
ship,
even prepared to do bad habits if
you
you
can do
need
bad
me
habits.
to.
I
The
think it'll be
thievery.
helpful.
Okay, I'm shifting back to +3 on survival and rolling the survival then. For a 13. So with it, I would just like to read this out so that nothing gets misconstrued. So when you indulge a bad habit on your own, on a hit you pull it off, vent your frustrations, and clear fatigue or conditions equal to your survival, minimum of 0. So I get to clear 3 fatigue.
Oh my god.
It's pretty good.
And then also on a 10 plus, you also gain a windfall, a boon, or opportunity. Your bad habits have seriously paid off this time. So some kind of windfall, boon, opportunity
I think we know what that
associated
is.
with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well,
Here's what happens.
not really, because the just having a success would give me the blasting jelly. So this has to be something better.
Don't worry.
They've-
I got
they've
you
made
covered.
grenades.
I got you covered. Lilly, as you rush into the ship, the top deck is empty of Fifth Nation soldiers. Obviously, all the attention that was happening on the beach has drawn them away. And as you begin scuttling down the gangplank, down the stairs into the lower section, you can see barrels lined up. This pungent, slightly greenish tinged goo leaking out from some of the seams where the barrels have been improperly waterproofed. As you begin pulling the lid off one of the barrels, you look inside and they are full of this jelly-like consistency, this substance that has this very faint greenish tinge to it that smells very pungent, this sulfur kind of smell. And as you're getting ready to kind of scoop it out, you pause for a moment. Over to your left, there's a desk that's been set up on the deck of the ship on this lower floor. You can see that there are a few almost what look like pouches, leather pouches that have been oiled and prepared with twine tied around them. And this very, very interesting black looking strips coming out the top. And as you examine them, have a bit of a smell, the same sulfur smell coming from the barrels. It's inside these little oiled leather pouches. There are currently 3 of them here, as you pick up 3 blasting grenades.
Hell yes. 3 times blasting grenades. That's gonna be fun. So for my
to use these, it's a special type of advance and attack to light them and throw them. You can throw 1 per that move while you've got these in your inventory. It's an item that grants you a special attack, basically.
Okay.
You can throw them depending on how you roll. Every time you do that, so you'll succeed on the advanced attack. You then have to roll to see how far you throw it and to see how good your aim is when you throw it. When they go off, we will talk about what happens. But as you look around the deck of the ship, next to these 3 grenades, there's also still a little bit of that wick left. The wick that's been soaked in some sort of very flammable material, an oil-soaked wick. Quite a long length of that. You can see it's just coiled up there on the desk. If you were planning on detonating the boat, just plug one end of the wick into the blasting jelly barrel, light the other end, and you're good to go. This is a lot less work than you were expecting as you look around.
Yeah.
You can see potentially that there was someone else very similar to you, very similar train of thought as you, who was already working for the Fifth Nation.
Can I
add one more detail just for fun? You can also see one of the shelves above this desk has a little toy monkey that someone's graffiti this like fluorescent paint over the mouth of.
Of course.
I love Arcane.
So, okay, I have a couple of follow-up questions.
Yeah.
So am I still using ready as my action, or are we using bad habits as my action?
So we're gonna use the bad habits as your action.
Okay. So I don't need to add a fatigue for ready.
You don't need to do the ready, no.
And can I use some of the waxed leather that I found with the puzzle box to collect a small amount of this blasting jelly for future use?
I would say yes. There's enough in the barrels that you could just type a bit.
Ooh. Some blasting jelly. Okay.
You want to say like blasting jelly, 1 serve.
1 cup.
1 times half cup measurement.
Perfect.
Wrapped in
Make sure you have your 125 grams of blasting jelly, 3 times magnesium strips, and prepare to blow the motherfuckers up.
That's a weird bit.
Simply combine in a stand mixer and
as it detonates. Oh man.
So can I just, as part of this turn, set up that detonator and go back out to the front of the ship, or
not
is
as
that
part
on
of
the
this
next
turn? That's the next turn.
Okay.
Because what you've done is you've rushed in, you've looked around, you've found the grenades, you've picked them up, you've seen what they are, you've pulled the lid off a barrel. Like in terms of how things are moving, that's definitely a full turn.
So then on the next turn, I would use ready to then.
Exactly right. That's what I was going to say. If you wanted to use ready to basically get this up and running, or if you wanted to switch it over to. Nah, ready's the most appropriate. I'm just looking through.
I feel like ready makes the most sense. I was looking at like smash, but not really, because I'm not really destroying anything right now.
Not yet. Yeah, ready by far is the most. Yeah, it is. It's definitely a ready. Alrighty.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be fun to see in a moment.
I got so many good rolls there. I never get these.
Ted!
Ted,
me boy!
Saved him up.
Ted me lad! What are you doing, Ted me boy?
Have I rolled already? Or do I need to roll?
You haven't yet. Would you like to roll with focus?
Yeah, that's a 9. Success with constants.
So you get to pick 1 approach. What would you like to do?
I would like to ready stance.
Alrighty. So mark a fatigue. And what would you like to do?
Steady stance, not ready stance.
Oh, steady stance.
It's one of my moves.
Ooh.
I can assume a strong, steady stance. Any foes engaged with you who choose to advance or attack this exchange must mark 1 fatigue. Negate their first condition or negative statuses inflicted on you in this exchange. I just realized I did the wrong thing, but that's okay. If I was meant to do evade and observe. If no conditions or negative status.
Oh, is that an evade and observe?
No. That is a defender maneuver.
Oh, okay.
I was supposed to use air cushion, but I'm dumb. But this works just as well, so it's
Perfect. So any foes who are engaged with you who choose to do advance and attack, they mark a fatigue before they can do their attack?
Yeah, and I can negate the first condition or negative status inflicted on me in this exchange. If nothing was inflicted on me, I could become empowered next exchange.
Okay. Super sick. Alrighty. Next up in our initiative order, or in our exchange order, King the Yellownex and Kyoshi. Alright. Well, I say Yellownex, but there's really only one group of Yellownex left now. You watch.
What do you mean?
Well, the other group of Yellownex have been taken out by Keeko. He's already, and now Keeko has added the little water splashes to his name on Roll20. Outstanding.
I've seen Breeze and I'm like, how did you do that? Oh wait, you can do it like this.
You could just use the Windows full stop key. Oh my god!
Learn something new every day.
Brandon learned a new thing today. If you just hold down Windows and full stop, you can access the emoji keyboard.
I'm
Archie
all
also
about
learned that.
shortcuts in browser. My life is shortcuts in browser.
Yeah.
So,
As
Control Shift T to reopen a closed tab is a lifesaver. Just throwing it out there.
Ooh, I wonder if this counts as a derail from Brandon.
I'm gonna say it does.
Control Shift N for the reasons you know.
Yep. I like that he's committing. He's really also to get a new tab open or a new window open.
Control Shift I, really good when you open a developer console. Really handy. Very good.
That's a good one to know.
Very good one.
Looks like you're reading from a list, mate.
Nah, I'm just picking up memory. No, Control Shift 7 or F5 to.
Dang, Darren and Tab won that one.
Here's what happens. You watch as the Yellowneck, who had been knocked back and tumbled across the beach, stands up, dusts themselves off, sees their leader in trouble. They are going to use the Caesar position to rush around the edge of Korn, Keeko, the Fifth Nation, and get back in focus, get back around their leader, and assume the defensive stance to protect King from danger and from harm. That is their full move. Next up, we also have the... Oh, it's just King and Avatar Kyoshi. I'm going to have King go next. So King... Yeah, we're going to have King go next. So King is no longer locked into attacking you, is he, Keeko? That was only last round.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's free to attack whoever he wants.
Yeah, and he's also no longer limited to doing only one attack too. Yeah, King's fucking pissed. The thing is, he is locked into defend and maneuver. So you watch as King gets into position behind his friends, and he is going to. Oh, actually, he's also got inspired, prepared, and favored. He's going to use his favored. No, he's going to save his favored. He's going to use his prepared. Yep, and he's also going to use his inspired. Okay, great. So you watch as King basically like hunkers down, pulling up the sand and the stone underneath the island around him to form these little braces, these almost like stone gauntlets on his arms that hold in position. As he looks around, he's taking a much more defensive stance this time as he looks towards you, Jedd, and looks towards Tilla and back towards Keeko, his eyes kind of looking around. He turns and looks at Craig and goes, I told you. These fuckers. I tried to warn you. You wouldn't listen. You watch as Craig looks around hurt and then notices that Lilly's not there and looks towards the ship. Shite. Fuck. As Craig realizes. He doesn't get... What have you done to your character, Ted? What is this? Why have you added Kirby to your name?
Because Kirby is like air.
There's always one that has to ruin it for everyone else.
Kirby is like air.
It is a shame when...
That's going to take away our control.
Yeah. What control?
He
doesn't know how to do that.
It's very easy. Shall I demonstrate?
It's very easy.
No.
There you go.
Is that a derail, Owen? I think that's a derail.
We've already done it for Brandon. It's already over.
Has to deal with me doing this.
There you go, mate. I fixed it. As Kyoshi stands up, looking around the glass, swirling around her, seeing the danger that she's in, you watch as she pauses for a moment, pulling her hands close, and she is going to use one of her special techniques to...
Is him being stunned keeping that activated?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, so this is an autonomous thing that he's got active. This is a trap that's up and running. The fact that Bree's laughing so much worries me. What have I missed?
Look at the map.
What's happened? Oh, freebie. I probably should restrict your ability to use these tools. All right. You can have control of your character back. All right? There you go. All right. Have you learned your lesson? I doubt it. All right. You watch as Kyoshi drops back. She's going to use one of her special abilities. She's going to use dust stepping to try and get herself out of this trouble. The sand around her begins to billow and rise as she turns it into steps, jumping up, stepping from platform to platform of sand, pushing herself out and away from the swirling glass. She is going to advance to a higher position and become favored and prepared. Any foe engaged with her can mark 2 fatigue to block this effect, though. Oh. Korg's gonna fucking do it. As Kyoshi takes the first few steps up onto the sand, Korg, even though he's stunned, sort of sees this, and you watch as he closes his fist just a little bit more as the glass closes over, sealing Kyoshi in as she tries to rise and is unable to do so. As she drops back down towards the ground, she turns and spins, looking a bit more afraid than she did a moment ago as the glass closes in around her a little bit closer. That is going to be Kyoshi's go. Tilla and Crake and the Fifth Nation. Tilla's going to advance and attack. Tilla's done with King. She's fucking sick of him. I will roll for Tilla with Passion.
Go for Crake.
That's a 7. Success with consequences. No, King is her enemy. Jedd, you know this. She's already arrested him once. She's going to go after him again. That is going to be... what's she going to do? Does she have any special... Oh yeah, she could use Sand Whip. Yeah, go on. Tilla's going to mark 1 fatigue to inflict 3 fatigue on her target. And she's going to do it against King. King is not going to take impaired, but the Yellownecks who are with him are going to take the impaired, which means they cannot do anything this round. They have lost their ability to attack as they take impaired, and they take the fatigue as well instead of King. Alrighty. And it is the... Oh, Crake in the Fifth Nation. Yeah, Jedd, you watch as Crake turns towards you. He unleashes onto you. He is going to use the... Oh yeah, you were stunned, weren't you, Jedd?
No.
Oh no, you took impaired to avoid being stunned. That's right. He's going to strike you.
I knew that was going to happen.
He's going to strike you. You watch as Crake turns around towards the water, pulls up 2 shards of ice, and flings them towards you rapidly. I need you to either mark 2 fatigue or a condition, or shift your balance away from center. What would you like to do?
So, question.
Hello.
What happens if I go over 3?
Over 3 what?
Balance.
Like you lose your balance.
You lose your balance. You're out of the fight.
Okay, let's not
You take an extreme action in line with that principle that essentially renders you useless.
Out of the fight, yeah.
So a condition, you said?
2 fatigue or a condition, or shift your balance away from center.
So it's either 1 fatigue and a condition, or just a condition.
Yes, that's right.
I'll go insecure.
So remember as well, if you want to clear the conditions, you can also forfeit your turn to do something stupid that like clears that condition for you. But keep in mind, you're basically spending a turn. So for example, if you were angry, Jedd, you might say for your turn, I'm not going to attack, I'm not going to participate in the exchange. I'm instead going to like run over and like punch this tree like 2 seconds because I'm so enraged. Or I'm going to like spin and let out this blast of sand all around, or this blast of air that pushes my allies back and attacks my allies. It's not going to harm them, but it's going to be this outburst to get you out of trouble. And that's how you can clear a condition. You can do those kind of moves. If that makes sense. I can see Andrew's really thinking about this.
Sorry, I'm reading something. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Alrighty. That is Crake's. No, Crake. I was considering being nice. Crake's going to take
Can I also just do something real quick?
Sure.
While it's still in action.
Yeah,
Can I do no time for feelings? It's technically a move, but I don't know if you allow it.
Tell me what it says. And does it have a specific thing associated with it? Evade, observe, advance,
when you
attack?
have equal or fewer conditions marked,
Yeah.
then your highest principle mark.
So
Never mind.
Mark fatigue to push down your feelings for the rest of the scene and ignore the condition penalties. Oh, that's not bad. It's not too bad.
It doesn't get rid of the condition though.
No, it doesn't help you that much though. This is one to do kind of out of combat, I think, or like when it's really, really at the very beginning of combat, ideally. Easy done.
It's just that, like, for the rest of the combat, it would give me a good, if someone tries to shift my balance, it'd be have a good buff, but that's about it.
Crake's going to take his second attack. There's all of this pink fucking shit on the map because of goddamn Archie. Oh, you've what? Stop putting more things on Archie. He's muted, thank God.
That wasn't me. That was
you
someone
watch as Crake. You're the only one with control of it apart from me, so it's definitely you.
Well, maybe it was you.
It wasn't me. Crake's going to take an attack as well. This time towards you, Keeko. You've hurt his trust. You've broken his trust. You pretended to be a member of the Fifth Nation. You're also on his chopping block. He's going to use the wave crash against you. You have to mark a fatigue and impaired or stunned as he spins around, pulling the water up and slamming it down towards you in this enormous concussive wave. Keeko, what would you like to do?
Slamming a wave onto me. Is there any like reactions to it? Or
so
is it just like...
your ability is you can either take a fatigue and the impaired condition, or impaired status, or you can be stunned. Your choice.
I think I'll take a fatigue and the impaired status. I think I'll do that.
I thought that might be the case.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. Wave crash is not super fun, not gonna lie. That is Crake's go. Next up we have we done the Fifth Nation attacks? We haven't. Fifth Nation are gonna unleash. Ted, you're up next.
We have.
Nah, we haven't. We did the yellow next. We haven't done the Fifth Nation attacks. Nice try. Just for that. Lily, you watch as a lantern on the wall drops into one of the barrels. Boom, and that's it. You're just dead. No. As the Fifth Nation turn towards Ted, the Fifth Nation are kind of after you, buddy.
Jedd?
No, Ted. You're standing right next to a group of Fifth Nation soldiers.
So is Jedd.
So is Jedd. We'll get to Jedd. Don't worry. We'll get to Jedd.
I'm not looking good, guys.
Don't forget about him. Don't forget about him.
So, they're not going to do any of their special ones. They're just going to do a classic strike. Ted, could you please mark 2 fatigue or mark a condition or shift your balance away from center? Yes. What would you like to do?
If they choose to advance and attack this exchange, they must mark 1 fatigue.
Yes, I know. I've already marked it off.
I can then negate the first condition or negative statuses inflicted on you.
Nice. So if you choose to mark a condition, you take nothing this round.
Yeah, I choose to take a condition.
Perfect. Then nothing happens.
Wise.
The next group of Fifth Nation can't attack Kyoshi. She's currently surrounded by shards of glass from Admiral Kong. They're going to rush up towards Keeko. Keeko, you've got 2 groups of Fifth Nation right on top of you, buddy. Keeko, I need you. Not good. How are you looking, buddy?
Great.
How are you feeling?
I don't know. I'm a little tired. I'm not gonna lie.
You up here with me, boy?
I'm a little sweepy. I'm a little bit sleepy.
I have 3 combined.
One of the groups of Fifth Nation is going to pressure you, Keeko. You cannot choose advance and attack next turn. The other one's going to strike you. The other one's going to strike you. Actually, they're going to smash. No, they're going to smash. They're going to smash and protect Kong. They're going to put through stuff between.
They're not going to pass.
So you watch as one of the groups of Fifth Nation rushes up in between you and Kong, slamming their hands down into the sand. The Firebender who's with them begins melting the sand into glass, into this really makeshift glass around Kong, which you get the sense is probably something he's trained them to do as they make glass for him. Yep. And they are going to try and empower Kong a little bit using the smash to get Kong in a better position for the next attack. Alrighty, that is then going to be the Fifth Nation with Jedd and Tilla, and there's 2 more that can move up as well. Okay, Jedd.
Isn't that one dead?
No. Why would they be dead?
I thought you said he fell into the fire.
He fell into the fire.
Oh, I marked off something extra for them. Don't you worry. They just got knocked back. They're not having the best time either. Tilla is going to take a strike. Tilla is going to mark... Oh, she can't mark 2 fatigue. Tilla's going to mark angry. She's pissed. Jedd, same for you, buddy. 2 fatigue, 1 condition, or move your balance away from center. Actually, no. Do you know what? No, sorry. They're going to pressure you. You cannot advance an attack next turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Nah, they're going to pressure you as they rush up behind and kind of like lock you into combat. That is the Yellowneck's. Sorry, that is the Fifth Nations go. Keeko and Jedd. Keeko and Jedd, you may both remove a fatigue, and I will need you to roll with creativity or harmony, please.
So I have impaired, which gives me a -2.
To physical attacks, yes, that's right.
Yes, but I also have Martyr's Complex. Whenever I have a total of 8 conditions marked highest principle and fatigue, I get a +1 to all moves.
Hey! So you're a glass cannon, essentially. Your whole shtick is to kind of be
I'm here
knocked.
to get hit and then hope that I can survive. So I get it's a -1 to
Are you
this,
doing a physical?
not a -2.
Yeah, so if you're doing anything like physical, then it is a -2 to the rolls.
I don't know if it's... Is it a -2 to just the creativity and harmony, or is it just...
No. So creativity and harmony is fine. So roll with that normally, and then the moves that you pick, you might get a minus.
So it's just a +1 now, so I'm just going to roll passion instead.
Yeah. Keeko, is that an 11? And that's a 9
That's an
for
11.
Jedd. That's nice. Boys.
No, it's just an 8. I just rolled a +1 thing.
Oh, you've already had the +1. 8 and 11. Boys, Jedd and Keeko, what are you going to do?
So if I... 1 second.
Oh, he's thinking. He's really thinking. Look at him. They're both looking at this and realizing, hey, this combat's pretty tough. Yeah.
I'm going to use home.
It is.
You're going to use home. Is that where you click your heels together 3 times and appear back in the air temple? In a jail cell in the an oubliette in the air temple?
Flavor text. Clear conditions equal to 1+ you control and cross off 1 unmarked condition. You can no longer mark that condition for any reason.
Okay.
When you shift your center towards connection, you may restore all crossed off conditions. So it's very weird wording. I don't like it, but I think I get to clear all my conditions.
So which is this one? Sorry, this is your
honed. It's like a
honed. When you submit your feelings to be effective, clear conditions equals 1+ your control. What's your control at the moment?
3.
3. Holy shit. Yeah. You can no longer mark that condition for any reason. When you shift your center toward connection, you may restore all crossed off conditions. Okay, so the way that it kind of works is that these...
I have a total of 5 I can do at the bottom there.
Yeah. And so the crossed off conditions basically come back to normal. So for example, if you cross off afraid, you can't mark afraid for the rest of this combat. And then once we get to the end of the combat and once you shift your center or you shift your center toward connection, you then remove the cross, essentially. It goes back to being a normal condition once again. That's what it says, like when you restore it.
So I gain 2 health. That's all. That's good.
It gains you 2 health. Yeah, for sure. Nice.
Is that a move or is that just something I can do?
Let's have a quick peekaroo. I think it's a move.
It's under like the disconnect stuff and everything.
Yeah, it's not technically a move. So let's have a quick look. No, it's not a move. And it's not saying that you do this as a move. It just says when you sublimate your feelings to be effective, clear conditions equal to... So essentially, what it's kind of saying is in this particular moment, you're basically suppressing. You're going into almost like trauma mode. You just lock down all emotions. You absolutely disassociate from what's happening right now, and you just start airbending around you, relying on your training and falling back away from...
How does impaired work? Because I'm not using anything physical.
No, exactly. So impaired doesn't affect you for this.
Okay,
There's
cool.
no
I'm
-2s
then going to use bolster or hinder because I can't really use anything else without it backfiring on me really bad.
Nice.
I'm going to bolster. How's Keeko? You're a badger.
Keiko's looking pretty hurt. Yeah.
You're looking rough.
I'm a little better.
He gets a baddie.
Charlotte's turn, but I've been roughed up.
Can I empower you, please? I feel like I need to empower you.
Hell yeah, you can empower me, dude.
Do you want to give him inspired, prepared? Oh, empowered. Sorry, your abilities are naturally stronger. Clear
Empowered,
1
yeah,
fatigue at the end of each exchange. Probably a good idea. Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah. So with that, I'm just gonna like sort of give him like a gust of wind that's just gonna make his cape like flow out and look really cool.
Look really badass.
Look really badass and like knock off all like the dust off it and everything, so he looks really cool.
Appreciate you. How are you looking, by the way?
Fucked.
Oh, I'm looking a lot better now, but it's still not great.
Okay, cool.
Keeko,
Good to know.
you're up next, buddy. And Jedd as
because
well.
I
So,
rolled
we did Jedd. Sorry, Keeko. Yeah.
Because I rolled an 11, I
Yeah.
get to choose 2 evade and observes, if that's correct.
Yeah, that's right. So 2 basic and 2 master, 2 basic or 2 master techniques, or 1 of each. Your choice. That's a funny voice.
Perfect. Okay.
Was that Bree, was it?
With
She looks suspicious.
With the, do I remove the impaired now because I've?
It's
like,
the next
I got
round, so
it up
yes.
to 10?
If you had the impaired last round and it was applied to you last round, you can remove it now.
I got it from Craig, so I took the fatigue from that. So I think that was this round, so I'll remove it next round.
Yeah,
but
so you still got
it. Just
I'll
marks
give you
fatigue on you.
I'll give you I'll give you the symbol for it, and I'll take away the stunned condition from Kong now because he doesn't have it next round. So yeah, I'm using the little symbols on Roll20 this, so you'll notice, Keeko, you've currently got the big muscly man because you're empowered, and you've also got the sad sleepy face because you're impaired.
Yeah, but I'm depressed.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
And so King currently has big muscly man, big fist, and glowing halo of light around him because he's currently got the. Oh no, sorry, he's already used up one of those, so I can actually remove that. Sorry, carry on.
Okay. Well, I'll start this by just getting that feeling of empowerment from Jedd, and then actually, how do I want to do this first? I'll do it this way. I'll sequence it this way. I'm first going to use commit to recenter myself over towards leadership. So move my balance a bit more over. So that's only at a +1. As I'm sort of moving over towards leadership, I'm looking at the LNX and Craig, and it's like, and I'm not talking in my full piratey voice anymore. I'm just talking as Keeko. I'm just like, have you guys heard of the term regicide before?
So who are you talking to? Craig specifically, right? Or the Fifth Nation pirates around you? Craig, okay.
I'm talking at Craig, and I'm looking over at the LNX as well.
You watch as Craig looks towards you, confused. Hey, what's that got to do with anything?
Means you're getting in the way of me killing a king tonight, mate, and you're going down afterwards.
Jesus.
For sure.
This is so aggressive.
Yeah. Like, so hang on, this is from the person who put a bomb in someone's mouth. Like, this is the peak of hypocrisy from you, Bree.
I'm aware.
Yeah, I agree, Captain. Lol, that did escalate quickly. Have you heard of regicide? I was like, it's some door-to-door salesman thing. You're gonna try and sell him on regicide, killing King, and you're like, because I'm gonna kill you next. I'm gonna kill King, and then I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, oh, okay, right. This is a threat. Fair enough. I was expecting you to try and like convince him to join your side, and I was like, this is gonna be a tough gig. And then just like, I'm gonna fuck you up, buddy. It's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough sell, but no, just
yeah.
And after that, I'm gonna look over at Jedd and be like, right back at you, buddy. Go get him. And I'm going to give you Balsa Hinder.
Empowered as well.
And I'm going to empowered as well.
How do you empower him? So he's created a gust of wind to make your coat flap heroically behind you. How do you empower Jedd? What do you do?
I empower him.
Yep.
Do
you hydrate him? You just get some water and just fling it in his mouth to like hydrate him.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm just empowered, like the air's moving around me, my cloak's flowing out a little bit, and then I shoot some water at him and give him some fine quality H2O.
As the water like waterboards him, he's like, blah, 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 and he feels empowered.
That's really crisp.
That, like, I just steeled myself, like, and I'm really like just shocked, and then it just hits me, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good now.
This is like from the pouch glacial fresh water from when we'll just go.
This is your bending water. You've hit people with this.
No. This is separate water.
Fresh. Okay. This is special hydration water.
Fine quality H2O, as Waterboy would say.
It's the quenchiest.
It's the quenchy.
It is quenchy, yes.
It's a shame it's not cactus juice, because I would argue that the cactus juice would empower him in that moment for sure. The pain's gone. It's like the pain's gone. I don't feel anything. Look at this. I don't feel anything. I feel nothing. My fingers are tingly. Look at those clouds. All right, brilliant. That takes us to the end of the combat, which means we are initiating the next round.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Get removing impaired.
What's wrong?
No conditions or negative statuses were inflicted on me during this exchange.
That's true.
So I am now empowered.
Nice. Is this one of your special playbook abilities? Is it?
So good.
Yeah. It's a move, fighting technique.
Let me have a quick peek at this. I think you might have to have done this. Which one is this?
Steady stance. That's what I just
did.
did.
You did take steady stance. Apologies, you did take steady stance. Yep, you're good to go.
Like me.
Yep. All right. You watch as all of the Fifth Nation turn and look towards Ted. And Kyoshi as well. You're an enemy of the people. You've betrayed your brother for the last time. I must end you.
She doesn't know I betrayed him yet.
She was there at the air temple when you told Sayan everything like that he'd done with the spirit.
But telling the truth isn't betraying.
Well, it wasn't really the truth though, was it?
But she doesn't know that.
That's true.
That's how we dictate the truth.
True. She doesn't. That's a good point. I can't actually argue with that. She doesn't know that. All right, we got.
I just realized what I was supposed to do. Like, oh, damn it! I was defending maneuver. I'm so dumb.
Do you want to lock it in again? You can just lock it in again. You're all good to go.
Oh, wait, no, hang on. I fucked up. Ah, shit.
Thank you.
I can't advance an attack, can I?
You cannot.
All
right.
I'm gonna
counting down.
Sorry, I was.
Yeah, done.
All locked in. 3,
Yeah.
2,
One second.
1. Can I click resolve? Are we good, Brandon?
Oh wait, no, I can't advance an attack. Can I? Was I blocked from that one?
You were not. Oh, yeah, no, you were. Sorry, yeah, you were. They pressured you. Yeah.
Sorry, yes. Okay, I need to quickly unlock that. To relock it in.
No, we're good. You're locked into advance and attack. We're all good. I hit resolve, but you're already locked in, so it's all good to go. Oh my god. Okay, we're just doing a lot of defending and maneuvers. I'm gonna do Tilla first so that she's out of the way. Tilla is going to. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to roll with focus first. Let's see if she can actually do this. 13. Okay. Tilla is going to do. She's going to use her divert, which is her special defend and maneuver ability. She's going to step in the way of blows intended for allies and try and essentially prevent Jedd taking hits. She's also going to do retaliate, which means she does extra damage for anyone who attacks Jedd or herself. If they attack her, they'll take a fatigue. If they attack Jedd, they'll take 2 fatigue immediately. As Tilla moves in, right in between the Fifth Nation soldiers, and you watch as she pulls the sand around herself, forming this almost like shield behind you, Jedd. But you can see there are spikes of sand hidden within the shield that at any moment can spear out for someone who tries to attack. That is Tilla's go. Next up, Tilla's badass.
I just want to double check. Was I marked as I can't attack and attack last turn?
No, you can.
I can.
You can.
Okay.
So one of the Fifth Nation attacked you, and one of the Fifth Nation used the the strike to help Kong.
Okay, cool.
Only Jedd was blocked. Only Jedd was blocked. Lilly. Is it time for some boom boom?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go, Lilly.
All right, let's roll with focus.
Watch her roll 2 1s and then have to sit in the ship doing fucking nothing.
Shut. That's a 6.
Oh no!
But
I jinxed you then. I'm sorry about that.
You did. Honestly, I should just get a free roll straight from that.
No.
Tricking sent a message earlier saying that I have an advantage from last session that I didn't use from them.
That is true. I also marked that off as well. Would you like to use that?
And
now?
Darren has also just given me an advantage.
I think we've discussed this, Darren. There is.
No,
I didn't specifically ask him for this one.
Doesn't. Okay.
So can I re-roll roll?
Oh, I jumped the gun.
Or
He said.
do you just want me to add
He
one?
fucking did. With the special points, it's a reroll.
Okay.
And you
That's
take
a
the high
10,
one.
absolute success.
Let's go, baby.
Which means I can do 2 things.
Would you like to use ready to set the ship, basically to light the fuse on the ship? And Lilly, I'm going to say, you, like looking at this, you know how this is going to burn. As you use the ready action, you're going to know exactly how long it's going to take for the ship to blow. So when you do this,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
So I would like to ready.
Yep.
Mark a fatigue to myself. Assign
the
or clear a
strip of-
fictionally appropriate status of nearby characters or myself. So I think this would give me favored.
So the
You're buoyed by circumstance.
we're kind of playing around with this a little bit. Rather than you giving yourself a status, you're giving the ship doomed as you light the
Okay, yeah.
fuse, and that's going to
That's
have
fair.
consequences for people around the ship. I know the ship's not a character, but as you are
Happy to do
dooming this
that.
vessel as you
Yeah, I
light the
couldn't
blasting
think-
jelly.
I couldn't really figure out like what it would actually do.
That's
there.
what
So
I was
I'm glad
thinking. I was
you
like,
came in
this
with
is This is totally dooming the ship, which I'm a big fan of. This is quite funny, actually.
that.
This is very, very
and-
bad.
Yeah, and then
let's
I
move
will
the maps
use
so we can see
my
the ship a bit better.
other move that I can from having a 10 to seize a position and GTFO.
Yeah, for sure. So you guys watch, as soon as you light the fuse, Lilly, you watch as it burns a little bit quicker than you were expecting. You've got 2 rounds to get as far away from this thing as possible. And there are 4 barrels of blasting jelly in the hold of this ship. This is going to be a big boom. It's going to be big boom.
Yeah.
As you sprint off the ship, you can essentially run up next to Ted, and it's up to you if you want to warn any of your friends. I mean, I'm going to say for free, you know Ted's too close to the blast at this point. It's way too close. Actually, Craig, Jedd, and Tilla are also concerningly close to the ship as well. I know they're on the shore and the water's there, but they're very close to this ship.
They're still shrapnel.
We're talking, they're 30, 40 feet away. Craig's only
What
30
about
feet.
Kyoshi?
Kyoshi's
Like 20 feet, yeah.
Kyoshi's also a concerningly close distance to this ship right now.
Okay, so everyone.
Yeah,
so
pretty much
as
everyone.
I like come running back off the
Yeah.
ship, I'm gonna like make eye contact with Jedd,
Jedd.
and I just have like the widest, like brightest eyes, like so excited, like this massive like grin on my face.
I was
and
almost
just
wondering
go,
if it was like the meme that was drawn of Lilly with the flames burning behind as you like look with this like sinister smile as you like.
That's afterwards.
that'll be me when it's actually burning. But no, I'm just gonna like look at Jedd and be like,
That is an exceptionally
Like-
ugly face I just made. Yeah, so you
so
do that.
he
You like hold your
knows
hands and
it's
go,
gonna happen. Yeah.
Jedd, you
Just
see Lilly
this
do
really
this.
excited expression on my face. So Jedd knows, and then because he's close to Tilla, I'm assuming he will help move Tilla out of the way. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you were asking way
No
too
other
much of
warning
me.
for anybody else. I love it.
Hey, you said I had 2 rounds.
That's true. That's true. So this is the first round. The next round, and then
Boom.
Big explosion.
we're gonna talk through what this does when it blows up, and it's gonna be good
So
to know.
excited.
There's 2 different effects depending on how close you are. Anyone who I won't say how close it is. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. And if no one's close enough to get the full blast, I'll tell you how bad it was. It's fucking bad. Ted, Jedd, and the Yellownecks. Ted and Jedd. The brothers
so I roll
did.
with focus.
Focus,
so
please.
I have impaired.
Yes.
Does that, because it
Absolutely.
didn't go off that turn, does it just give me a fatigue?
Well, but it's you had it for the rounds. Just because you didn't roll it, it's gone now. The end of the thing.
Oh, it's just gone. Okay, cool. Was it focus?
Someone's doing like the ground zero measurements and realizing
I'm
how
trying
bad.
to figure out how,
Yeah.
like, who needs to move.
Everyone.
So I
I'm
have a
running.
plan. It's not a good plan.
circle.
I rolled a 10.
So 20.
20.
No, we both got 10.
20.
Oh, you both got 10. 20 together. Okay. Yeah. 10 each.
I'm
What's the
gonna
plan?
use
Roll me.
retaliate.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna use seize the position. So if they want to block my seize the position, they also get
They have to mark a fatigue.
They also have to mark. They have to mark one fatigue for blocking it, and they have to mark another one for blocking my move.
They're not going to mark any more fatigue.
So I am not going to do what was just asked of me, because I have a plan.
Ooh.
I'm going to get this.
Sake.
I think Jedd might have the. I think Jedd might have the brain cell. As you sprint over across the beach, slipping and sliding on the rough volcanic sand, you get around behind Kong, and as you look down towards Kong, his 2 groups of Fifth Nation soldiers and Keeko standing right there, the boat in the background, you line them up and look.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're going now.
And that's all I can do this turn, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know what you're doing next turn, it's okay.
But they can't do anything, and then I remove 1 fatigue, which is all I need.
Fantastics. Alrighty, Ted, what's your plan, buddy?
I would, if I was to say seize a position.
Yes.
Would Kyoshi be within reach when I retreat?
In reach of you?
Well, it just says, yeah.
Yes, depending on where you go to. If you were to run over to the broken ship.
Or... like where Jedd is.
Yeah, Kyoshi's in reach for sure.
Like Kyoshi would be within reach of me, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. So for my first, I want to use Slippery Eel Hound, which is one of my
You're
moves.
A slippery little eel hound.
Weird move.
Slippery little eel hound.
He's just been pulling names out of his like a hat this whole fight. He's just pulling random stuff out.
You're a slippery little eel hound, aren't you?
Yeah, slipping little eel hound, aren't you?
Slipping right between my
What episode's this?
fingers.
Like, is this episode 23, 24?
23, yeah.
Yeah, he's just been he's never used any of these before. They're coming
He's
out
waited.
now.
He's waited 23 episodes, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm a slippery little eel hound. Let's go." Would you like to talk us through it, Archie? What does slippery little eel hound get you?
When you defend a maneuver and choose to use seize a position to escape the scene, foes must mark an additional 2 fatigue to stop you, and you may bring any allies within reach when you retreat. Technically, it says allies. So I could also bring Lilly and Kyoshi with me.
Yeah, I would argue that you could bring both of them with you. They are allies for sure. Well, so is Lilly an ally though? I guess the question is, right? No,
companion. I would like to bring
future war crime. Yeah, you know that you'll be a witness in some trial in the future, and you'll be asked like, so how well did you know the defendant? You'd be like, I traveled with her for a bit. I didn't know her that well. Like, and did you ever see any behaviors that were concerning? Wow, she did put a bomb in some kid's mouth once. Like, but it was just once. Yeah.
Is this going to be the spark of like the Avatar Geneva Convention, like the Little Island Convention or something like that?
The Little Island. The Little Island Accords. I like that actually. We might incorporate that into the Ember Island players. This is like the political agenda is to like, this is why we need to have rules of warfare.
Classes off limits.
Weapons of mass destruction.
No bombs in mouth.
Exhibit A, this child. Alrighty, so, Keeko.
How far do you reckon I can go?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
50 feet?
Yeah. So, I was gonna keep doing that joke with Keeko, the Geneva Convention, and the Little Island Accord, but we probably should focus. So, Ted, thank you for getting me back on track. Yeah, Ted, as you rush forwards, how do you want to do this? Do you like gather the wind around you to kind of like push the glass out of the way so that you can grab Kyoshi by the hand and drag her through? You've already grabbed Lily's hand. You've got one ally in each hand. You're just dragging them behind you. Is that what you're thinking?
Just dragging. Yeah, like a weird Naruto run.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
And I guess as well, right, part of your training as an airbender is to walk through the spinning platforms to kind of like be able to feel the movement of the air and avoid being hit.
Can you feel?
I just watched that episode.
Hey, there you go. So you're ready to rock and roll. So as you rush forwards, using your airbending to create this like channel of air in front of you to push the glass aside, you grab Lilly by the hand, dragging her behind you as you rush forwards. Lilly, you just suddenly feel a hand grab yours, and then you are pulled into the spinning shards of glass. For a moment,
brilliant!
You're so prepared to just be cut apart as Jedd just commits suicide with you. Sorry, Ted commits suicide with you. Hand in hand, but none of the glass strikes you. it gets so close. You can feel one go right past, the wind from it passing by your face, but the movement of Ted as he strikes through is so precise. A moment later, as you blink, you're pulled through to the other side, stumbling across the sand as Kyoshi is dragged along with you.
How's Kyoshi looking?
Kyoshi's looking pretty hurt.
Oh, okay.
Can I like look at Tilly and just be like, what have you done?
I just go, keep going, keep running.
You watch as Kyoshi kind of like stands there for a moment. Thank you.
Go.
Glass was... Every time I tried to get out of it, he just slammed it around me. I'm having trouble calling on the avatar state.
Yeah.
It's okay, Kyoshi. I've fixed it. Don't worry. Just wait and see.
Guys,
What do you
run.
mean you've fixed it? Ted, you've still got another move if you want to take it.
Yeah, I...
Blast him into it.
Who is... How are you looking, Keeko? Oh,
I'm
yeah.
good. I'm fine.
You're fine.
Really, Tilla. How's Tilla?
I'm pretty good.
Tilla's taken a couple of hits. Tilla's looking pretty fatigued.
Tilla's
and
in a bad position.
She's looking pretty angry. Yeah, I can't help but notice that Jedd just abandoned Tilla there.
I don't have a thing I don't have an ability that lets me grab people.
I'd like to point out that Tilla also used her entire thing to like protect Jedd. She got in the way, created a sand shield. She was ready to retaliate. She was using her like special version of it.
I don't have the special ability to grab people. I'm not that cool.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm just trained in the art of murder. That's all I'm good at.
I wonder, like, help Tilla.
Yeah.
I don't know if guide and comfort or help would be better.
So you did a defender maneuver.
Yeah, I can use a basic move, right?
Yeah.
Can you give her favored?
I think that's a evade and observe, right? Like bolster.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
I think I might... How's her fatigue looking?
She's pretty fatigued.
I'll guide and comfort her.
Okay. She can clear one fatigue.
They embrace your guidance and comfort. They may clear a condition or 2 fatigue.
She will clear 2 fatigue and she will embrace whatever you tell her. What do you call that? How do you guide and comfort her? What do you say?
I just want to make sure that she knows that she needs to get here.
So you call out, Tilla!
You're doing great, sweetie.
Regroup on the
You know.
dunes! Regroup on the dunes!
Come. You're all alone.
You just go, come! She looked down. She feels very guided and very comforted.
Well, she
Alrighty.
sees us all together now.
Yeah,
so
she sees you all
knows
rushing
where to
over to
go.
form a little bastion on top of the hills. Alrighty, the Yellownecks. They are also going to defend a maneuver. The Yellownecks are going to use their special... There's only one group of Yellownecks, actually. It's a Yellowneck. They're going to use their special protect objective. They're going to...
Do they know what's happening?
No. How would they know?
They have no way of knowing.
How would they know?
Yeah, cool.
They're going to use their
how
special
will they know?
protection on King again, and they're going to use the empowered to protect King as they rush around him and begin forming that special like shield, human shield around King. Next up, we have Keeko, Crake, Corn, and King. Keeko, you're up first, buddy.
Alright.
Alright.
So, I'm gonna roll
Alright.
with creativity. That's an 8, looking great.
8 looking great. We know, we
Okay.
love that.
Am I able to reposition myself? Like seeing all my crew run towards the dunes, am I able to reposition myself, like say behind the other 5th nation that's closest towards them? Or something like that.
So you'd be moving away from one of them. So you'd be trying to like push around the side because that's going to be a bit tricky. That's technically kind of like breaking the engagement, which is going to be a bit of a problem.
Yeah. Nah, okay. Can't do that. That's completely cool. I will instead... Okay. Seeing them all run and these guys with me, I'd like to...
Slippery little eel.
I'd like
now.
to smash.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
like to smash and destabilize the environment I'm in, just so they can't run away as easy. I'd love to just pull the water up from like the bottom of the sand up to the top and just make it slushy, if possible. Just to make it like it's like you're just running through like quicksand.
Okay. Yeah. For
just
sure.
around Fifth Nation and Corn.
Yeah, for sure. Did you roll? Have you rolled for your passion yet to see if you can do this?
Yeah, I rolled Harmony because when I advance an attack, I get to use Creativity or Harmony. I use Creativity.
We're just out here being like, no, we don't use those rules.
That's
yeah,
right.
No, I've got a rule that changes that rule.
I got a rule that changes that. I negate that rule. Alrighty, fantastic.
That rule.
Fantastic. As you do your smash, we did discuss that. 8 looking great. As you do your smash, so Mark 1 fatigue, and you pull the water up from the ocean as it surrounds the feet of the Fifth Nation. If you wanted to freeze the water around their feet, I would say that they're not trapped, but they're not able to. I'm going to say that you can basically block them from taking evade and observe next turn. Or defend. Perfect. Yeah, maybe evade. Nah, you can block them from taking defend and maneuver if you wanted to.
That sounds fictionally accurate to me with what's going on.
Fantastic. I'm going to use a net to symbolize that they are currently locked in place and cannot run away super easily.
Who's the net?
Each ship.
That was really good. That was really good.
Quick.
If I wasn't so angry, I'd be impressed. Alrighty, Crake, Kong, and King all doing advance and attacks. Crake is going to see all of you rushing up towards the rise, leaving Tilla all by herself. As he looks over to Tilla, surrounded by the Fifth Nation, you watch as he looks towards her and goes, "Sorry, lass. If he's an Airbender, that means you are a sheriff and King was telling the truth. I gotta take you out." With that, King is going to make attacks against her. That is going to be... Sorry, not King. Crake is going to make attacks against her. I think he's going to use his strike and his pressure. He is going to lock Tilla down. She is not going to be able to evade and observe next turn. He's going to lock her down with that, and he is going to do a strike. Tilla is going to have to mark some fatigues. That is Crake's go. Next up, we have Kong. Kong looks over at the lot of you having... What's up?
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Kong looks over at the lot of you, seeing Kyoshi up on the rise. He is furious that you have pulled her out of his special glass trap. You get the sense he worked very hard on that and is not happy that you have managed to pull her out of it. And up on the rise, she's no longer on the sand around the beach. As he looks up towards her, you watch as he, like, fury etched across his face, and then he pauses for a moment and smiles. "Well, suppose we could dig your grave up there, just as easy as down here." And with that, he is going to reach out, and rather than striking at Kyoshi, you watch as he turns towards Ted, who pulled her free, and goes, "But you'll be going first for taking this little rabbit out of her trap." Ted, I need you to mark 2 fatigue, a condition, or shift your balance away from center. Your choice.
Imagine thinking a random airbender is more of a threat than the Avatar.
That random airbender is looking a lot less hurt than the Avatar is right now.
That's true.
And he's also going after Kyoshi. He can take 2 attacks. He's not just going after...
It was 2 fatigue.
2 fatigue, a condition, or shift your balance away from center. Your choice.
You're taking a condition here, buddy, I think.
Oh, yeah. I thought he said status, so I just wanted to check. What condition would you pick?
Afraid?
Angry?
I'm already afraid.
Are you angry?
Guilty. You feel guilty.
You feel guilty. Yeah. Troubled. You could be
for
troubled.
leaving Keeko. I feel guilty for leaving Keeko down there.
Did leave Keeko down
You look
there.
at me, I just got puppy dog eyes just looking at you.
And then you look over at Tilla, and you're like, "Come," and she's just like, "Sorry, dragon." And then you watch as Kong looks up towards Kyoshi, and he's going to try and intimidate her. He's going to intimidate her so that she cannot use evade and observe next turn.
That's okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
She can attack.
That is his
You can
go.
just attack. Hit first.
We've done Crate Kong. King. King is going to advance and attack.
I think King already went.
King did not go. King looks up towards the rise, seeing all of you fuckers clustered up there, sees Keeko, sees Tilla. At this point, Tilla's surrounded by Fifth Nation. Keeko's surrounded by Fifth Nation. See Crate there, he looks up towards the rise and sees you, Lilly, having just rushed back off the ship. You watch as he narrows his eyes in confusion, eyeing you off. Where did you go, huh? What the fuck have you done? As he looks at you. He pauses.
Well, he just assumes I've done something. Like,
well,
fuck you.
to be fair, as he looks, you watch as he focuses and then goes, doesn't matter. I'll get the truth out of you. Slams his fist down with the stone that's already coating the back of his hand. You watch as he holds it out and fires off a earth gauntlet towards you. That is going to be... he's going to mark 1 fatigue, and he is going to inflict a condition on you, Lilly.
Mm-hmm.
And he is also going to try and knock you out of reach. If you want to avoid this, you must mark an additional fatigue. In this case, what he's going to do is have the shard of earth that he's fired forwards grab onto you and pull you over towards him as he literally goes, get over here!
I was going to say, oh no, I'm being pushed away.
No.
Get over here. Would you like to get over there, or would you like to mark a fatigue instead?
I don't want to be anywhere near him. He's kind of a creep.
Yeah, that's fair.
You
don't want to be anywhere near the
shit.
Mark a condition and 1 fatigue.
Well,
that's it.
No, I just don't want to be anywhere near him. Like, why is he going to so much effort for a child? It's kind of weird. If
You've
you
embarrassed him. You've embarrassed him multiple times. Yeah, he's not happy. We know how fragile the male ego can be, especially like a middle-aged male ego. It's one of the most
being so
fragile.
upset with a 12-year-old.
Mate, I don't think we have to imagine very hard. Middle-aged men are very capable of that level of pettiness. I think we've all seen it.
All right.
As a man rapidly
and
approaching
fatigued.
those years, I'm starting to feel it as well. I'm just like, fucking Archie.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. Completely kidding. Alrighty, that is King's Go. The Fifth Nation and AquaticArchie are both doing Evade and Observe. You watch as AquaticArchie reaches out, pulling the water from her pack, and she begins to use her waterbending to try and heal some of the wounds that she's taken. You watch as the cuts and scrapes across her body begin to close, and as they do so, the flash of blue behind her eyes goes off again as she focuses and blinks and goes, something about the glass where he cut. It's blocking my... Doesn't matter now. I'm ready. Let's fucking do this. As she looks down towards Korn. The Fifth Nation are also going to Evade and Observe. I'm trying to see, do they want to do their special Evade and Observe?
Probably not.
It's not going to help them.
Yeah, they are going to do their special Evade and Observe. You watch as the Fifth Nation, 2 of the Waterbenders in that group, begin healing up members of the Fifth Nation.
Oh, that's cheating.
Oh no!
I don't think it's cheating.
Potion.
I don't think it's cheating.
A boss can't have a health potion.
The Fifth Nation. So you watch as the Fifth Nation closest to the ship near Keeko. You watch as they begin to heal themselves. You watch as the Fifth Nation nearest to Tilla begins to sprint over. They're going to use Caesar position, and they're going to... Oh, sorry, not Caesar position. They're going to use... Oh, no, sorry, Evade and Observe. They're going to use... I think they're going to use Hinder, and they're going to basically lock in Tilla in this position and get ready to trap the rest of you. And
so
I think...
Sorry,
we
Tilla.
all agree that Tilla's just dead.
I think that is where we're going to have to
Tilla.
wrap up for tonight, because...
Oh, so
I'm
we're
not
going to have Dragon come back and be like, oh, by the way, you're entirely trapped and we're about to blow you up.
Sounds like it.
One tick, boom.
I'm not here next week, so someone else has to push
Why are
the way.
you not here next week, Andrew?
I'm going to a concert. I told you last week.
That's true. Is it just you?
Yeah, just me.
Okay.
What's the
fine.
concert for? Is it worth missing Avatar for?
Yes.
Do you see?
Oh, shit. He said yes straight away. Didn't even think about it.
Taylor Acorn.
Acorn?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift?
No.
Thank you so much for joining us,
Taylor Swift-
everybody.
Taylor
We
Swift
are
would not be worth it.
I
We
would not
are-
be going to Taylor Swift.
we are going to have to wrap up there tonight because we are very much over our time limit. But thank you so much for joining us. We will come back
Shortest
for the rest of
episode.
it. We will come back for that.
Episode today.
Yeah, when you
Dragon's
were
not
doing the
here.
whole thing of like, oh, Tilla's blocking you, I'm like, if this is this where we're ending it? Because if so, I'll just fly away.
We will be back next week for more Avatar Legends. That's okay, Andrew. I will take over Jedd. I think I know what your plan is next session. Your plan is to use your blast of air to knock them all towards the ship,
with
right?
flechettes and
I think we know what you're going to do. Thank you so much, everybody.
What?
I think this is the first full combat session we've ever done in Avatar, where it's gone for a whole session. This is the largest combat we've run.
Yeah.
I've sort of played around with some of the homebrew stuff with the characters, with the NPCs to kind of make it flow a bit better, and I don't mind this as much. Like, I know combat can sometimes be a little bit cumbersome jumping between, but I felt like it actually flowed pretty well tonight, so I'm really happy with it. So thank you so much, everybody. For those of you watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We are going to go and raid a friend of the channel. Who shall we raid tonight? Let's have a quick peekaroo while I'm pulling that open. For those of you who are watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, leave a comment, whatever you're allowed to do, do it. It really, really helps us out. Yeah, helps us out massively. Thank you so much, everybody. We are going to go and raid. Let's go and raid Crit and a Miss. They're currently doing their World Render campaign. Episode 37, The Verdant Passage. Let's go and raid Crit and a Miss. We like Crit and a Miss. They're friends of the channel. I will load that up. For everybody else, stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again very, very soon. But until then, everybody, farewell. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you next time.